evening and welcome to the IRA Civic Center. It's hockey action tonight on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com, and also a live YouTube stream. Just go to our homepage at KOZYradio.com and click on the YouTube link. You'll find it there. Sheldon Willis along with Grant Clafton, the Duluth East Greyhounds in town tonight. And I know the records are a little dissimilar this year, but the first thing Ren Morquay said to me when I saw him is, big game tonight.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, it's a 7AA opponent. A lot of tradition and rivalry between these two teams in the past. And you know, one thing that I look at, you know, Sheldon, is the fact that this was a early game, early in the year, and now we're at the midway point, and it's a good opportunity for both teams to see, you know, the progression that they've made and see, you know, how they kind of come and kind of compare themselves to each other.
And in the first game, the shots were very uneven. Grand Rapids dominated the game for the most part, but Duluth East made a late push, got great goaltending from Zimski, and they made it a one-goal game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about hockey. I mean, it ain't over until the whistle blows, especially in rivalry games. You know, and I think, you know, both teams have probably grown a lot. You see Duluth East coming off of a victory, and they had lopsided shots. It looked like against Rock Ridge, the shots were like 58 or 59 to 23 or something like that. You know, I'm not totally sure on that. They get a tie against Blaine, who's another Section 7 AA opponent this year. You know, and then you got Grand Rapids, who's had a tremendous season. Looking at their record and some of the opponents that they've played, 9-3, coming off of a win of Minnetonka, and all their losses have been in overtime, and I think that's notable.
Yes, other than the Edina game.
Oh, correct. You're correct. Yes. Yeah.
This is the pregame show. The band's here. You know it's a big game. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, Super Joe Gigliotti will look back at the win last Wednesday over Minnetonka. You're listening to Thunder Hawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Questliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport and Marine, where your passion is the water.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together, because it's your chance to show what you're made of, and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Attention ice fishermen and women. Make Nooches in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled up so you stay warm out there. Then grab your coffee, pop, and snacks and be on your way. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Nooches is locally owned and gives back to the community. Stop in at Nooches in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Garrett Drotz with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J05 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the pregame show on J105 The Thunder. Hi there, I'm Jojo Leotti. More on tonight's matchup with the Greyhounds shortly. Right now, we rewind 8 days, and it was a successful day for Grand Rapids. They shut out Minnetonka 3-0. Grand Rapids puts 2 on the board in the first, starting with Caden Nelson, his 10th of the year.
Little touch pass, and now Grand Rapids with something working through neutral ice. Drop pass back to Del Greco, far side, they score! Caden Nelson!
Assist to Garrett Drotz and Joey Del Greco. 1-0 Grand Rapids. And then with just under 2 minutes to go in the opening period, Will Stauffer, his 4th of the season.
To DeMars, who pops it off the boards. Mortensen goes in after it. He'll get there first. Throws it out to Stauffer, who shoots and scores. Picks the top corner on the blocker's side.
Assist to Hayden DeMars and Blaine Mortensen. 2-0 Grand Rapids after 1. Shots on goal, an even 7-7. We go to the second. Just over a minute into that period, Justin Kerr, his 7th of the year.
Sturl tries a little touch pass off the glass. It doesn't work. Now Young, drop pass for Kerr. Shot, goal! J.J. Kerr picks the short side on Motzko, and it's 3-0.
Assist goes to Easton Young. 3-0 Grand Rapids. That's where we stood after 2. Shots on goal in the second. Again even, this time 8-8. No scoring in the third. Not much for shots in the third. Minnetonka outshoots Grand Rapids 3-2. Grand Rapids wins the game 3-0. Final shots on goal, 18-17 Minnetonka. Miles Gunderson, the shutout, in goal, making 18 saves. Gunderson on what he saw as the game unfolded as the keys to victory for Grand Rapids.
I think just staying disciplined and keeping, our D zone good and just making sure we get control of the puck, and then once we get it in our zone, then we think offense.
Bo Motzko got the start in net for Minnetonka. He gives up the 3 goals. Jack McKenzie came in relief, making 7 saves. With the win, Grand Rapids is 9-3. They host Duluth East tonight. When we come back, the Chido Chat. Sheldon Willis visits with the Grand Rapids head coach. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest.
CarQuest Auto Parts has all of your battery needs covered. In-store sale pricing on the full line of Die-Hard Power Ahead batteries for your lawn tractor, boat, motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, and vehicle, including silver, gold, and platinum power batteries, fully charged and ready to go. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Brought to you by Lake Country Power. Online at lakecountrypower.coop.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
At Jimmy John's, we want your sandwich to arrive freaky fast, so it's freaky fresh. so we only deliver within 5 minutes of our stores and not farther. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. 5 minutes is not a guaranteed delivery time. Actual delivery times will vary.
I'm Christina Gallus, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
This is Easton Young with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health pregame show on J105. Wade Chido, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks.
Say that again.
Thank you, Wade. I'm not even going to edit that.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. How's that?
That sounds
Is that better?
Yeah.
Getting in a hurry, Yeah. That's just make you feel at ease. So it's kind of the game of the week going on now. Another week with just one game. Talk about how the rhythm is going with the team right now.
Pretty good. We had a little bit of a sluggish end of last week practices, and then came in at the beginning of this week. We kind of did a little bit of skating, and we had a bit of practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, so the kids should be ready. They should be hungry. We haven't been at home. When's the last home game we had? It's been a while, so they should be ready to go.
And I think Proctor. Last game here.
When was that? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
And if we rewind to 8 days ago in the game at Minnetonka, what a defensive effort, especially in the third period. I don't think he allowed a shot for 15 of the 17 minutes coming in the third.
Yeah, I knew the guys were trying hard, right? They gave everything they got. They had nothing in the tank. Their legs were heavy. And so basically going to the third period, I did something I usually don't do. We kind of went almost into a shell. Keeping the puck in front of us, staying above the puck, making sure they're going 200 feet to just conserve that lead, because I knew our guys had nothing in the tank. Their legs were heavy, and it's just one of those games that I sensed it, and I figured our cushion was good, and Miles was locked in, and we went to it, and the kids bought into it, and obviously did a good job with it.
Well, and I was going to mention Miles as well. It just looks like the last maybe 2.5 games that the confidence is back.
Yeah, huge. He's seen pucks. He's covering pucks. He's got that aura around him, and he's back to being what I like to see, right? He there's a little bit of arrogancy to him, but that's a good thing, right? And he's confident, and he's dialed in. He's been good in practice, and it's been fun to watch.
Well, and I don't want to maybe put too much on this, but the first 6-7 games of this season, when you're seeing 5 to 10 shots a game, it's tough to get locked in.
It is. It's tough to get in a rhythm. It really is. Especially then you go from that, and then you go to Roseau, and then they bend us backwards a little bit, and you're getting peppered, and you're not used to it, and so it's now it's. We got a schedule. We have a couple games here where it might be like that for a few games, but then we got a schedule that will uptick, and he's going to see pepper, and he should be ready to go.
Well, it looks like, and we'll get to talking about Duluth East in a bit, but I was looking at the schedule. The last month and a half is rock solid, and a lot of those games here, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. I'm excited. You want to get pushed back. You want to get bent a little bit on the ice. How do you respond? We've seen it a little bit this year. For the most part, Edina game. The Eden Prairie game, we controlled for the most part. Elk River we did. Rosa we did too, besides the refs. Warroad was one game we got bent backwards. And so learning experiences, right? Adversity, how do you handle it and move on.
So Duluth East tonight, and that was a game, first time out where you dominated in many ways, but the final scoreboard only said a 1-goal win.
Yeah, it was too close for comfort. We dominated the game, but they got a little life. They got a bounce off the backboard, and luckily the kid was there. And then I can't remember the other goal, what it was. Well, it was when they pulled their goalie, and we were kind of a sluggish and not good around our net, and they fell in the back of the net. And but we take care of business. We play our game. We'll be good.
Well, and I know it doesn't matter what the records are. This is one of those games. I saw Red before the game. First thing he said was, big game tonight.
Yeah, these kids know, right? The rival between the two programs, how many years, right? Facing each other in the season, regular season. It's going to be a tight match. We got to play our style and not worry about what East does, and get up and down the ice, get pucks in net, and do our thing.
Well, thank you. Seeing you only once a week, I get a little lonely, Wade, but we'll be okay. We'll get it going again.
All right, thank you.
And that is Wade Chido, head coach of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. As we get closer to game time, this is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show, and they would like to remind you of the importance of getting enough sleep. Children should get 9 to 11 hours, teenagers 8 to 10. Put down those devices, get some Z's, and be at your best in the game. I'm not going to ask you how much sleep you get per night, Grant.
Yeah, but I get more than my wife.
Okay, well, your wife is ready to be 2.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she might be getting less sleep here coming up too, but yeah, that'll be a change.
It always is. As we said, the bands here, they make a lot of noise. Anything that Wade said that stood out to you?
I think just hitting on Miles and having that, talking about that moxie that Miles carries with him. I do think that you made a great point, though, in that interview about getting into a rhythm when you're only getting 7 to 10 shots a game. I've seen Miles get 54 a game. I've seen him get 48 a game, and I've seen him, give up 2 goals or 1 goal in those performances. And the one thing that I think that he has that excites you for playoff hockey is, he has the ability to steal goals. Yeah. And you need that to win playoff championships, and he has that ability. And and you talk about the confidence that's starting with him. Watching his save percentage, his goals against average is like at a 2.0, which is fantastic, and that's a great credit to the total team defense in that. But the thing that I watch it raise up as the weeks have gone on is that save percentage, and he's hovering right around 90. And in my opinion, early on tonight, before the game even starts, easy to say this, but I see him going over 90 tonight.
This is the Itasca County Public Health pregame show. Another break. We'll be back with Steve Patosha, head coach of the Duluth East Greyhounds. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sterl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sterl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sterl at Sterl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Taco Tuesday is calling.
Tuesday!
Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunchy.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
Now is the time to make plans to winterize and store your RV for the winter season. Call Roth RV and schedule your service now. You can trust their experienced and reputable service center. Roth RV has a great inventory of RV parts and accessories. At Roth RV, they provide warranty service for all the brands they carry. Plus, they can repair and service most used RVs. New arrivals daily. Stop in and see the 2022 models. RVs, wheeled fish houses, cargo, utility, pontoon, and livestock trailers. Roth RV, Highway 169 East Grand Rapids, and RothRV.com. What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza kitchen? Their family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings, dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust, specialty meats, and real mozzarella cheese, all making up their famous bite-sized squares. They're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit them at 802 South Pregame Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammy'spizza.grandrapids.com.
Jeff Dick of Edge of the Wilderness Realty was born and raised in Grand Rapids and has over 2 decades of experience working with buyers and sellers. He has a great knowledge of Itasca County's lakes and land as both an avid outdoorsman and real estate agent. If you're looking for the best place to fish or the top hunting spots, Jeff's your guy. Call him at 218-244-9610 to find your next home, cabin, or piece of land today. Visit EOWRealty.com for current listings. Love where you live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Travis Verbick with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Welcome back to the Itasca County Public Health Pregame Show on J105 with Steve Patosha, head coach of the Duluth East Greyhounds. And we got a cold night for hockey, but I guess it doesn't affect it in here.
Feels like we're in northern Minnesota to me.
Well, we are in northern Minnesota. And talk a little bit about Duluth East hockey since we last talked. I know a 1-goal loss to Grand Rapids last time we saw you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been the learning, process of the season. I think everybody goes through it, and our guys are going through, what they go through because they got a new coach and some things. But yeah, they're starting to, figure things out and buy in, and it's still a great group of kids, and I love working with them every day for sure.
Well, and I know the 1-goal game against Grand Rapids was a little farther out than that as far as shots and how the game went, but were you happy with how your team fought right to the final whistle on that game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important for us to see early on that we had a lot of character in that team that doesn't want to quit, and it could have been easy to pack it in, especially earlier in the year, and some pretty obvious excuses for them to hang their hats on, which they didn't. They came out in the third and have played pretty well all year, have kind of done that, so we're getting better.
And you did get a win against Rockridge last time out. Talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, it was, great to be in the Hippodrome again. Haven't been there for quite a few years, so it was nice to be in that building. Rockridge played hard. They had some kids out sick, and Benny's doing what he can there with what he's got, and it was certainly a good game for us to play, and certainly respect what they're doing, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, the Hippodrome. I was so happy they're still playing some games in that historic building.
Yeah, absolutely. What a blessing for our guys. Some old timer around there came up to me and said that the Hounds hadn't been here in over 40 years. So it was pretty cool. And, to be the first game played after they turned 100 years old, that's pretty special too. So.
And you mentioned they had some sickness. A lot of teams have gone through it, whether it's COVID or whether it's, just flus and junk going around. How has Duluth East been so far?
Well, we took our lumps early. We had like 15 guys out of the lineup. I think that week we played you guys by the end of the week between the varsity and the JV team. So, we battled it early, and we're just trying to keep our masks on and follow the rules and try to stay healthy.
And figure out what the rules are from day to day. They seem to change depending where you're at.
Well, I found if we wash our hands and we wear our masks and we, kind of stay out of crowded areas, people are pretty happy with us. So.
Taking on Grand Rapids again, you've obviously seen them once. We talked about that game. What do you need to do tonight?
Well, I mean, they have an electric set of forwards and probably the best 5 defensemen in the state. They just steady defenders on that blue line that can move the puck and get up in the zone, up in the offensive zone and play. And then, you've got forward lines that can skate, as fast as anybody we've seen. So, controlling their speed and trying to absorb some rushes at our net. And defending 4 guys going to our net. They send 4 guys to the net probably as well as anybody in the state does. And, that's certainly a challenge for high school hockey players to pick up.
Well, when you face a team that has speed through neutral ice like that, do you change your forecheck or anything like that?
We are right now, we're just trying to play hockey the Hound way and not so much worry about what the other team's doing and just trying to look forward towards what we're doing and trying to play our best game right now. And, hopefully we can get that down, and then come playoff time, then maybe we can make adjustments to what other teams do.
Sounds good. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is Steve Patosha, head coach of the Duluth East Greyhounds on the Itasca County Public Health Pregame Show. And they remind you that it is cold and flu season, so wash your hands, cover your cough, stay home if you're sick, and get your flu shot. Not too late to do that. A little bit late, but not too late. Both Both teams out. Again, we got the band here. We got a good crowd, even though it's, I don't know what it is outside by now, 20 below by now?
Yeah, it's definitely chilly. I was up on the roof unthawing some vents.
I'll get you an official AccuWeather temperature here. It says it's only -8.
Feels like -20 though, I bet.
It does feel it. You are exactly right. The wind chill is 20 below. So we're looking for a good one here. Anything stick out from Steve Potosha?
A little. I like the fact that he's talking about, letting them play. You know what I mean? And not worrying about so much what Grand Rapids is going to do. Unfortunately, if he does try to get in a horse race with them and try to play them up and down the ice, I don't think it's going to go necessarily fantastic for him. No. But as a developmental model for where he wants to be at the end of the year, I think he's making the right approach.
Well, and I found it in a follow-up question, but it was at the end of the interview. He said we need to play the Hound way, and the question is, what is the Hound way right now with the new head coach? Has it changed at all from the Hound way of the last 20 years?
I think it has, and even watching them play Grand Rapids the last time that they had played, there's a lot less trapping, there's a lot less, organizational play or specific type of play, which was, Mike was notorious for doing and quite successful at executing that. And I think like what he's going to do is let these kids play and just kind of make plays, and I think that's kind of the new Hound way in his mind.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Skoglund Electric. For all of your electrical contracting needs, residential, commercial, and industrial. It's Skoglund Electric, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Athletics. First for the Duluth East Greyhounds, they will start in net. 11th grader Xander Zimski, an .881 save percentage. Grant Winkler will start at 1D. He's a junior, number 25. At the other D is Tyler Smith. He is a senior with a goal and an assist. Up front will be Makoto Sudo. And Sudo on the one wing, a goal and an assist. He's an 11th grader. At center, Aiden Spenningsby. Spenningsby, another junior, number 19. And on the other wing will be Lars Berg, a senior with a goal and 5 assists, number 4. For the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, Miles Gunderson, 9-3-0 with 202 goals against average. At defense, number 8, Easton Young, 3 goals, 15 assists. And number 15, Ren Morquay, a goal and 9 assists. Up front will be Joey Del Greco, leading goal scorer, leading point getter, 13 goals and 19 assists. Number 10, he is a senior. At his one wing will be Garrett Drotz, 11 goals and 12 assists. Another senior. And Caden Nelson, 10 goals, 12 assists, number 7, and he is a senior. And incidentally, we won't dwell on this, but he certainly has Duluth East roots and knows his opponent tonight very well.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, and I think that both teams have that in the back of their head for sure.
Starting lineups brought to you by Skoglund Electric. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Call Skoglund Electric. We'll take a break, come back with the drop of the puck. You're listening to it on 90 on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
Home closing can be stressful, even more so when you're not working with local professionals. Midland Title is the top choice when you want a local expert. They bank locally, and the salaries paid stay local. Plus, they will work hard to accommodate your schedule with flexible closing times. Their staff understands the Iron Range communities. Call Midland Title today to arrange your next closing. 218-328-8672. Proud to support Grand Rapids High School athletics.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand. We'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center is now open at Paul Bunyan Communications in Grand Rapids. For both in-warranty and out-of-warranty service on Apple products and computer repair, bring it to the new Paul Bunyan Communications office at 510 Southeast 21st Street. We can help with hardware or software problems, spill damage, screen replacement, virus removal, and more. For service on your Apple product and PC repair, come to Paul Bunyan Communications, Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center, now open in Grand Rapids.
We all want what is best for our families. Hi, this is Nate, store manager of Super One South. At Super One Foods, we pride ourselves on fresh quality products and a clean store for you to shop in. Whatever department you are in, you will find what you are looking for, and if you can't, our dedicated team is there to help. When it comes to food, healthy choices are important for our families. At Super One Foods, we have something for everyone. And as always, it is fresh and quality. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of our community.
You have a lot of choices when it comes to securing your mortgage. Do you go with the local bank so your money stays in your community? Or do you search for the best interest rate? Of course, maybe you could try one of those trendy internet-based lenders and just get it done quickly. The choice is easy. Woodland Bank offers all of those things. A trusted local partner, the lowest interest rates, and a fast process. So make the obvious choice. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Gus Drennan with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105, The Thunder.
And just about set to go as the band goes through their final song. How long will they stick around, Grant? What do you say?
The band?
The band.
Hopefully the whole game.
I love it when a band sticks around.
I do too. I think it creates a great environment, especially for the young kids, and a lot of excitement and rivalry game. I mean, it doesn't get better than this for high school hockey in Minnesota.
Well, I would say, at least stick around, give me the first intermission.
They'll stay longer than that.
Okay, good. Good. I'm all for that. As Grand Rapids again in the home whites. They haven't worn these home whites very often. They wore them against Elk River. I was wrong in the pregame interview. They did have a game, I believe, on the 21st against Cloquet Esco Carleton, and that's been the only home game in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen them play for sure, so I'm certainly looking forward to it. And they got some new faces, some familiar faces back since the last time that, I've been able to watch them play, so looking forward to seeing that.
And here we go off the face-off, and Grand Rapids will pick the ball up. See, I did a basketball game 2 nights ago. Pick the puck up at center ice, goes into the players' bench on the far side.
And that was really close from an indirect pass to a 3-on-1 there, if that was able to stay in play.
We'll redo the face-off at center ice 7 seconds into the game, and this one tipped into the Grand Rapids zone as Morquay back to get it. Morquay turns away from the forecheck as the puck goes deep into the Grand Rapids corner.
Duluth East, no doubt, coming at them, especially on this forecheck. Looks like they're running a pretty solid 1-2-2 forecheck.
And Grand Rapids went ahead and changed lines right away as they go with that J.J. Kerr line.
It's certainly looking for the matchup and a smart play by Grand Rapids.
Back to the point, comes to the near side to Sam Sturl. Sturl in front, tip doesn't get to the net and comes into the corner.
Great little tip there by Henry Sturl, and that puck had some eyes. Had that made it through it, instead of hitting the defenseman's skate, might have fallen the back of the net.
Now here's Tyler Smith. Smith comes near side to Winkler, and Winkler, long shot that I think was going wide, but Gunderson will glove it anyways and hold it for a face-off.
And I like that play by Miles, just touching the puck early and getting himself familiar with it. And Grant Winkler is obviously one of the players that Duluth East kind of runs through, him and Cole Christian, and you're going to be looking for big things out of them tonight if Duluth East is going to have some success.
Back to the point as the puck will squirt out to center ice, and back to get it is Brody Olson. Olson behind the net, brings it near side to Murray. Murray can't get it out as Sturl pinches in. Now they'll try it again with Tang. Noah Tang goes cross ice. Stopper takes his man into the board, and Del Greco back to get it in his own zone. Comes to Sam Sturl. Sturl, little touch pass, but it's intercepted, and unable to get the shot off was Cole Christian. And Christian, I believe, the leading goal scorer on this team.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want to give the puck to, and I think it kind of surprised Cole.
It did. Now out out to center ice. Here comes Del Greco. Del Greco with speed as the puck poked off his stick into the corner. Nelson touches it back ahead to Del Greco. Fighting for it behind the net is Olsen. He'll come to the near side, and the Greyhounds get it out to center ice. Long shot, and that'll hit a stick and go into the crowd. We do have a live YouTube stream up, and we do it for every home game, varsity and junior varsity. And we also have new video sponsors, and the sponsor of the first period video is Rapid Fuel, created to help the community by offering smart, fast, nutritious options for people who are busy living life. They're at 816 Pregame Avenue South. Off the face-off, puck will squirt out and down the ice and go just wide of the net for an icing call. 14:50 to go, no score on the Grand Itasca scoreboard.
Right now it kind of looks like both teams are kind of feeling each other out a little bit. Definitely a grade A scoring chance for Duluth East with the turnover, but no kind of crisis averted as no shot on net even.
Bauer Murphy turns, puts it off the boards to Henry Sturl. Sturl can't control it. It'll slide down the ice, and we'll have another icing call and come back and redo the face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. And I would say Duluth East certainly looks quicker to the puck and quicker on the ice than what they did the first game we saw them.
Yeah, they've definitely made a step, except on that particular play that just happened. I didn't see the defenseman skating too hard back for it.
Yeah, well, he was gliding a little. I'll give you that.
Strategic glide.
Referee thought he was going hard. Has the puck back to the point in the Grand Rapids zone. Shot doesn't get through. Blocked and poked ahead by Mortensen. Grand Rapids will get it to the line and shoot it in deep.
Great play by Blaine Mortensen there on blocking that shot. As that was, again, it came right off of the end, off of the defenseman's stick, right out in front, and dished it back to the point.
Grand Rapids through center ice. Kerr chases it, but getting there first is Downs. Downs puts it off the boards, and Duluth East will get it out to center with Sudo. Sudo puts it in deep. Puck behind the net, and now Grand Rapids cross ice pass. Oh, what a pickup by Hayden DeMars on the backhand. DeMars shot right on, and Zimski will hold it for the face-off.
It was an exceptional play by Hayden DeMars, staying wide, knocking the puck out of the air, and cutting across to the middle of the ice for a shot, and a big save by Zimski.
Face-off will be in the Duluth East zone. Bringing you tonight's game, Spartan Deli, Chad Sturl, attorney, Super One Foods, and White Pine Jewelers. Duluth East wins the face-off. And they will get it out to center ice with Sudo. Sudo stick handles across the blue line, but it's offside.
One thing I've noticed from Duluth East here early on, and you hit the nail on the head, they've improved. There's no question about it. You can tell right now. And I remember last game they were wrapping pucks and trying to get, chips off the wall. We're seeing some pretty clean breakout passes. We're seeing the defenseman hit the center, and Duluth East coming up the ice with speed, and good for them on the development that they've done thus far.
Pulling it in is Frasbeck, or not Frasbeck, that is number 34, Tang. Noah Tang can't control it. Back to the point, kept in by the Greyhounds as it comes to the near side. Shots on goal are 1-0 Grand Rapids, and now they're 1-1 as a shot right on from the boards by Grant Winkler, and Gunderson will hold on to that.
Yeah, and right there, not the hardest shot by any stretch, but gobbled up nicely by Miles. No rebound, very confident with where the puck was.
Stoffer puts it up the boards, comes to the point. Winkler's shot goes wide. Now behind the net, poked ahead by Young. Out to center ice, giving chase there is Tyler Smith. Smith can't control it. Thunderhawks try to apply the forecheck. They'll get there with Del Greco. Del Greco behind the net to Nelson. Nelson tries to get it out front. That's blocked. Now Del Greco along the boards. Spins, puts it back in deep. Nelson there. Now Drotz slides it back to Easton Young. Young to Drotz. And there's just not a lot of time and space in the offensive zone for this group right now.
No, Duluth East is doing a good job keeping them to the outside, but in the same breath, Grand Rapids doing a good job moving their feet and cycling the puck.
As the puck slides out front, Drotz has to ride it into the corner against Tang. Now Duluth East will get it and come out to center ice. Cross ice, And trying to cut in was Christian. Centering pass blocked by Easton Young.
That breakout was exactly what I was talking about. Duluth East, crisp passes. That one to the wing, then to the center, and leads into a 2-on-2 rush.
Has a shot right on, rebound right on. Zimski makes 2 saves off of Hayden Davis. Puck now behind the net as Davis goes after it, can't get it, and out to center ice comes Erickson. Erickson gets inside the blue line, loses the puck there. Murphy slides it ahead, and at the end of a shift, Henke will head to the boards. J.J. Kerr tries to cut in. Thunderhawks still fighting for it with DeMars, but it'll come out to center to Morquay. Morquay spins. He'll lead the rush through center. Sturl, shot right on, rebound. Kerr can't quite get it on the backhand.
Good opportunity there. Kerr going to the net hard.
Bauer Murphy misses the puck, and a nice back-checking job there by Morquay to cover up for him.
He just plays the game so well, 200 feet, just always competing every single shift, contributing at both ends of the ice. He's just a natural leader that Grand Rapids is going to lean on here in the next 13 games.
Bauer Murphy back to Morquay as Morquay puts it wide for Sturl, but it's past him and down the ice for an icing. 10:36 to go, first period, no score on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
One thing Grand Rapids is going to have to shore up, it's happened a couple times, is there's been guys open in the slot for Duluth East, and it's just that offside defenseman just needs to stay up a little bit more and take away a little bit of that time and space. Even though his guy doesn't have the puck, it's essential that he is able to tie him up and get a little tighter with him.
Off the face-off puck deep in the Grand Rapids zone as Duluth East picks it up, back to the point. Shot that's blocked by Caden Nelson, blocked with the palm of his glove. There's no padding there. Puck squirts out in front, and Grand Rapids will control it with Drotz. Cross-ice pass for Caden Nelson. Nelson comes in, slides the puck behind the net, rings the boards, comes back to Easton Young, who soccers it ahead and then puts it behind the net, out front, shot, goal! Oh, Garrett Drotz, bing, bang, boom! That happened quick.
Yeah, that was a great play. Like Easton Young just uses the back wall nicely to Caden Nelson, who one touches it right to Drotz, and I mean that happened so fast that Garrett pounded that right into the back of the net. I think it went 5-hole.
Yeah, I believe so. And it didn't look like much was happening, and all of a sudden, a touch pass out front, and Garrett Drotz buries it for his 12th goal of the year. He has 24 points, and Grand Rapids a 1-0 lead.
Be interesting here now to see the pushback that Duluth East can have.
As the puck behind the net, again, Garrett Drotz with the goal. And was it Del Greco with Easton Young and Del Greco?
Caden Nelson.
Caden Nelson with the second assist. So he was the one behind the net who popped it out front on that touch pass.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Easton Young. He uses the back wall well, and
now there's a great shot by Henry Sturl, turned aside with the pad. Morquay ahead to Sturl. Sturl finds DeMars. DeMars out front, looking for Morquay, taking off his stick. And now Grand Rapids buzzing a little bit here in the offensive zone. Everything's gotten a touch quicker.
Yeah, it is. They've picked up their pace, and they're bringing it a little bit more.
Offside call on the Thunderhawks. 1-0 Grand Rapids, 8:49 to go, first period. Also bringing you this game, Jimmy John's, Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency, McDonald's, and Ray's Marine. Face-off will be just outside the Duluth East blue line. Grand Rapids wins that draw. Far side to Bauer Murphy. Murphy puts it in deep. Back to get it is Winkler. Winkler can't move it. Kerr and Sturl on the far side hold it in for a moment, so Duluth East tries the near side, and they'll get it out to center. Easton Young there. He'll get the return pass from Murphy and go with the long pass ahead. It is tipped. That was tipped.
I thought so too, but maybe the ref thought it bounced over his stick. I'm not really sure.
I heard it hit the stick.
I kind of thought I did too. I got a little bit mesmerized there as I was kind of actually thinking what I was going to say, and now that happened, I forgot what I was going to say. So
yeah, the train of thought can be derailed easily. Shot, goal! And that will be Wyatt Peterson with his third of the year. Gunderson saw that when it was at the edge of the crease, I believe.
Yeah, he had no chance at that as the faceoff came right back to Wyatt Peterson, and he snapped that right off the draw. And Miles had no chance. He didn't even see that one, and maybe
he ducked his head as it came.
I think he was trying to find it.
Yeah. Right. And the puck was by that time right about the edge of the crease, going for the top corner.
Yeah. Wyatt Peterson didn't play last game, if I remember correctly, and he's a player that is a difference maker for Duluth East.
Tied at 1, 8:10 to go first period, and that should give Duluth East a little bit of jump. Shot, that one's blocked by Murphy nicely, and the Thunderhawks take over with Nelson. Nelson, cross ice pass, Drotz will pick it up. Drotz coming in, out front, Del Greco, his shot is turned aside by Zimski. Boy, Nelson is coming out flying tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's motivated, there's no question about it.
Gunderson stops it beside the net as the puck comes ahead, and they say no icing the other way. Puck into the Duluth East zone. Fighting for it behind the net is Turpin. Del Greco will pick it up. Now Sturl shot, goal! Tipped home by Gus Drennan. And that was a shot for the tip. He was looking for the tip with the initial shot. Drennan tips it home, and it's 2-1 Grand Rapids.
Now, is that Gus Drennan's first high school goal?
Second
high school goal.
No. First, you are right. I thought he had a goal earlier.
Yeah,
4 assists.
There's a kid that just got rewarded because he's had a whale of a first half of a season, and nice to see him get rewarded for hanging out in the right area with a nice tip.
Gus Drennan, his first varsity goal, the freshman. And Sam Sturl will pick up the assist.
And Ren Morquay, too.
And Morquay with the second assist. As it was Sam Sturl that took the initial shot, right?
Yeah. Yes, it was Sam that took the shot. Got a Duluth East penalty here right now, it looks like. Looking.
Shots on goal are 7-2 Grand Rapids. And it's a 2-1 Grand Rapids lead on the Grand Itasca scoreboard. Is Grand Rapids Police Department power play coming up for the Thunderhawks. And they remind you to hug your kids at home, belt them in the car, and in disbelief going to the penalty box is Lars Berg. I didn't see what the call was.
He called a hooking.
A hooking? Okay.
Yep.
Hooking call on Lars Berg as the Thunderhawks with the power play. Out front, tip shot, turned aside by Zimski. Now here's Del Greco. Back to Easton Young. Young. Now to Del Greco. Top of the face-off circle, moves to the dot. Out front, one-timer by Nelson, turned aside.
Great play by Joey Del Greco. He took advantage of what was there. No question about it.
Now here's Del Greco. Tried another one. This time Nelson was covered. Back to Del Greco, goes off his skate into the corner. Back to Easton Young. Young moves down to the half wall. Moves it down low, out front. Shot right on. Zimski the save. Thunderhawks keep control. Del Greco again, back to Easton Young. Snaps it wide. Out front for Caden Nelson, can't get a stick on it. Morquay trying to hold it in, can't.
Big power play for Grand Rapids here. They could really, take advantage of this and go up by 2 and just keep building on what they have going.
25.6. Power play by the Thunderhawks out front. Shot, Saved by Zimski. Rebound doesn't get through. Another rebound lays in the crease. DeMars gets it back to Easton Young. Now here's Stauffer.
This one could really hurt now because the East had a chance to get it out.
Now Stauffer again. Goes down low. Sam Sturl to Kerr. And now the puck. Oh, Grand Rapids able to just keep it in again. Now they've had 2 chances to get it out.
They have. I mean, they're definitely, Duluth East is definitely competing and paying the price here, but you got to get those pucks out.
Now here's Easton Young in front, backhand, rebound! They score!
I think that was Easton Young just following up on his first 2 shots.
I think Easton had the initial shot, and he will get the goal. Easton Young, his 4th of the year, and it is 3-1 on the power play. Grand Rapids adding to their power play percentage. I was going to say the Duluth East penalty kill only at 66%, and you want it to be a lot higher than that.
Yeah, you really do. You definitely want to be in the 80s, no question about it. And you know, a good job by Grand Rapids capitalizing on Duluth East not getting it out.
It is Easton Young with the goal, and we have the net off of its moorings. Young from Kerr and Sturl is what I heard.
I believe that is what it was, yeah.
4:58 to go. Thunderhawks with a 3-1 lead. They now lead in shots 13-2. Boy, it doesn't feel like it's been quite that lopsided, but it's gotten lopsided in the past 7 minutes.
Yeah, it has, especially on that power play. They got a handful of shots on that.
Shot right on. Zimski turns that away, comes to the point, and it will come out to center. Picked up there by Mortensen. Mortensen, he'll leave it for Morkway. Up to Henke. Henke dumps it in. And we have a whistle and
offside.
Offside call against Duluth East. Also bringing you this game is Taco John's, Affinity Plus Credit Union, and Deerwood Bank. And another reminder, bringing you the video this period on YouTube. Just go to the homepage, KOZYradio.com, and click on the YouTube link. It's right up there and free to go. Is Rapid Fuel. Check them out on social media at Rapid Fuel GR and at 816 Pregame Avenue South. Through center ice, Caden Nelson as the puck goes just behind him. As that looked like it could develop into something on the rush. Back into the Grand Rapids zone. Young puts it behind the net, comes all the way to the half wall. Nelson can't get it out. Stauffer in a dangerous spot. He will get it out. Now Nelson, drop pass, comes to Drotz. Tries to a little saucer pass far side to Del Greco that doesn't connect.
One thing there too on that rush is you want to see the middle guy drive, and had Joey gone to the net, it might have opened things up some more.
Now here's a breakaway coming in. Shot saved by Miles Gunderson off of Cole Christian on the breakaway. Another shot and a save. We're giving Miles Gunderson the save of the game on that breakaway as he turns aside Cole Christian. M&H Convenience Store bringing you the save of the game. And when you're on the run looking for a quick healthy snack or drink, it's M&H Convenience Store. They are the place to stop, and you can save 5 cents a gallon paying with cash.
Miles Gunderson is dialed in. There's no question about it. I mean, he followed that puck perfectly, and Cole Christian had nothing to shoot at.
As the puck is poked into the crowd, and we'll have another face-off in the Grand Rapids zone. 3-1 Grand Rapids, 3:28 to go, and that was just Duluth East catching Grand Rapids on the line change.
On a change, yeah. Duluth East only their 4th shot of the game, but you know, I think part of the reason why it feels different is they've had some great A's that just turned into 0 shots.
Through center ice come the Thunderhawks, and that was well offside.
It was, and it was delayed. I thought he was maybe going to miss it, but it was like certainly offside.
By about a foot, I think.
Yeah, and he didn't blow the whistle until the puck got to about the top of the circles.
And again, Rapid Fuel bringing you the video. At Rapid Fuel, they support the health of your family with energy teas, healthy smoothies, and protein snacks. Duluth East controls off the face-off. Comes through center ice.
Stretching their guys there. They're getting everybody above the red line, looking for the tip in and try to alleviate some pressure.
Christian turned away on a breakaway moments ago by Gunderson, puts it back into the corner. Thunderhawks fight for it there, but it comes to the point, kept in by Downs. His shot goes into the netting behind Gunderson, and they say it was tipped out, and the faceoff will be in the Grand Rapids zone.
Cole Christian has had 3 excellent opportunities, one with the breakaway and a couple in the slot, and not able to bury one yet.
Grand Rapids a 3-1 lead with 2:50 to go here in period 1. Glad you're along on J105 The Thunder. Sheldon Willis along with Grant Clapton. As the puck bounces out to center, Mortensen drives after it, goes into the corner with Henry Murray. Kyle Henke there as well. Now Murray puts it up the boards. Mortensen had a good shift, keeps it in there.
Dwayne Mortensen's been a problem this period for Duluth East. He's getting back to his game that he's used to playing.
Bauer Murphy holds it in. Now it will come out to center as Easton Young goes back, turns it around, and the Thunderhawks will turn around quickly. Drennan, who has one of the goals for the Thunderhawks, puts it in deep. After it is Caden Nelson trying to wrap around. He's taken down behind the net. And now the puck out to center, and it'll slide all the way in on Gunderson. It gets a little face full of shavings for his efforts.
Yeah. Wyatt Peterson was coming in hard there, and he was slashing across that ice. Duluth East definitely looking for the home run pass here. They've tried that a couple times, and Wyatt Peterson, we mentioned earlier, didn't play the last time against Grand Rapids, and he's already proved his presence here tonight with his goal. He's had a couple of other great chances.
Shot goes wide off the faceoff. As the Thunderhawks try to get it out to center, they will, but Duluth East takes over there. Comes to Cole Christian, but Duluth East offside. Had a lot of whistles this period.
Yeah, it has, and I kind of think it's slowed the flow of the game down, because every time both teams start moving and getting their feet moving, there's a handful of whistles, and you go back to the jump ball, so to speak.
Faceoff will be just outside the Grand Rapids blue line with Kerr and Spenningsby. Thunderhawks can't control it, but played back to the point, and it'll go out to center. Always helpful when the other team does the clearing for you.
It was, and that was another great play by Grant Winkler with them splitting the defenseman and kind of pushing across the middle of the ice.
They are really trying to stretch the ice, as you said, all the time. As Sturl will pick up the puck, and we've got a pretty good altercation going on behind the play. I'm not sure if we're both going to go. Ren Morquay is one of them. I did not see what started that.
I'm not sure who had the initial penalty. If it was Grand Rapids, then Duluth East probably lost the power play. But if it was the other way around, I like what I see out of Ren Morquay and how he answered that.
Looks like they're both going.
Somebody might get an extra one here, though.
And that is Ren Morquay and Lars Berg. Berg was unhappy about his other penalty. He goes again.
I think Duluth East might be getting a power play, or was going to get a power play, and then he may have taken them off of it. And if that's the case, I don't think
Coach Patosha is going to be real happy with that.
I would think not. And they're discussing it right now. Somebody's getting an extra one here.
So the referees discuss it in front of the scorer's table here.
So Duluth East must think they're getting the power play because they're arguing to have the face-off in zone, in the Grand Rapids zone.
Well, if they're getting the power play, they should be right.
Yeah. We'll find out here in a second.
And we'll get the announcement. Grand Rapids leading 3-1. They've scored on the power play. And we'll see what the referees in their ultimate wisdom decide here. They may not have ultimate wisdom, but whatever they say will be it.
I think it should be coincidentals. I hope that's what they do call. And it looks like it's going to be that.
nothing up on the board yet, and we have no signal as Miles Gunderson shooting the puck into his own net and getting some claps from the student section.
If Wren had the original penalty and the Duluth East guy did what he did and then Wren stuck up for himself afterward, that would be a coincidental, and unfortunately East took themselves off the power play. And
it is coincidental. Face-offs outside of the zone.
I think that's the right call. I do.
1:15 to go. And Grand Rapids, I think, dodges a little bit of a bullet there as far as power play chance for Duluth East. I think you're exactly right.
Yeah, like I said, after the guy kind of hit Wren back, I like the way Wren responded with it. He was already going.
So we skate 5-on-5 on the coincidentals. Here's Sturl, tries to go back out in front. Sam Sturl joining the rush. Now he's deep in the corner in the final minute of period number 1. Grand Rapids leading 3-1. Puck comes out to center. And Del Greco drags it back into his own zone, tries to find some space. Now turns it ahead, continues with the puck. Del Greco at the half wall, puts it down deep. I think he initially wanted to go to the point. There was no one there for a moment. Now back to the point to Sturl, shot right on, turned aside by Zimski. That wasn't tipped, but there was the opportunity for the tip, and that can mess up a goal.
And I thought it was going to hit the Duluth East defenseman's stick.
Instead, it comes out to center in the last 20 seconds. Sam Sturl gets it to Drotz. Drotz almost Grand Rapids gets a fortunate bounce. Comes out to center, last 9 seconds. Thunderhawks maybe with a chance for one more shot. 5 seconds. At the post, one, that'll do it. As the horn goes, and Grand Rapids ends period 1 with a 3-1 lead. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snowblowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
Hi, I am Sam Vance, Loan Portfolio Coordinator at Grand Rapids State Bank. As a part of the commercial lending team, I get to help local businesses grow. I do the behind-the-scenes work to make sure that all of the paperwork is in order. I enjoy having a job where I can contribute in a significant way. I really appreciate how the bank supports so many community events and organizations. That is super important to me. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Scott at Mackley's Auto Repair, letting you know we have both the technology and the staff for all your diagnostic needs, from a check engine light to an intermittent starting issue. We are able to work on all makes and models, so give us a call at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
Affinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA, and you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Pregame Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
Hi, this is Sam Sturl with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Well, you're right. The band's still here at first intermission, Grant. It's a 3-1 Grand Rapids lead, and shots on goal are not even, but it's been an entertaining first period of hockey.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of shocking that the shots are what they are. I didn't think that that's what they were when I looked up there. And you know, I think Duluth East has gotten better. I think that they've improved in the you know, what is it, the 8 games since they played Grand Rapids. They've had some good opportunities, and you know, Grand Rapids, you know, responding equally as well as far as running, you know, doing what they do best, moving the puck. I love the back wall play off of the first goal, and the reason why I think that that's such a great play is when you can get the puck behind the defenseman, it makes them have to turn their toes towards the net. And as a D, if your toes are pointed towards the net, you don't know what's going on behind you. And Caden Nelson goes into that opening spot, Garrett Drotz goes into the opening spot out front, and Caden Nelson knows that he's there. And I think that's one thing that Grand Rapids has done a really good job with all year is utilizing the high guy and being in the right lane, not so much, you know, alone in front of the net, but in the right passing lane.
We'll take another break, come back with the Andersons, Stopper, Uphoven, and Jen. Between period summary, you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com. Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
A year at S&S Meats in Grand Rapids. Happy New Year.
What a beautiful prime rib.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Honey, you shouldn't have. Look at that New York strip.
For Easter.
Mom, is the ham ready?
Memorial Day.
Pass me some jerky and cheese curds. Let's go fishing.
4th of July.
Throw some more jumbo shrimp on the Barbie.
Labor Day.
Need some more brats here.
Thanksgiving.
Honey, the smoked turkey makes the meal.
Christmas.
Did you get a meat bundle for Dad? He'll love it.
Anytime is a great time to shop S&S Meats. Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
The Timberlake is serving up a new and exciting menu. New dinner entrees, appetizers, and sides, too. Try the walleye a la Ritz. Walleye breaded and baked to perfection. The scallops fettuccine Alfredo. Bay scallops, roasted tomatoes, and garlic and creamy Alfredo sauce. The Timberlake is also serving up a variety of salads, flatbreads, and wraps to fit any appetite. Open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 p.m. Kitchen open until 9 p.m. View the full menu at TimberlakeLodgeHotel.com.
Have you been putting off making a retirement plan because the task seems too big and intimidating? At Claremont Financial Advisors, we use our easy-to-understand planning process to give you the tools to feel confident in your financial future. Whether your goal is to travel the world or enjoy our beautiful Northland, we are here to guide you towards the retirement you desire. Give Guy or Tom a call today at 326-3000 or visit us on the web at ClaremontFinancialAdvisors.com. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA, SIPC.
Ray's Marine is a fourth-generation business that has been serving the Northland for over 50 years. And there's still inventory available, including London Questliner boats with Mercury motors. They're making room for the new 2022 models coming in. Ray's Marine has the boat and Mercury motor you're looking for. Visit them on Highway 2 East or reach them by clicking on the text button at raysmarine.com. Find the right boat and Mercury motor for your family at Ray's Sport and Marine, where your passion is the water.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Itasca Reliable Insurance Agency if auto owners make sense for you.
Hi, this is Bauer Murphy with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Your between period summary brought to you by Anderson Oppov and Stoffer and Jan Law Office, serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917 and proudly supporting Will Stoffer and the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. You're not getting any backup from the live scoreboard, so you're on your own here, Grant.
Well, then I'm not gonna live up to the expectations that you put on me. Then Grand Rapids gets the scoring started with Garrett Drotz, assisted by Caden Nelson and Easton Young, and that's the goal we touched on earlier, and the back wall goal, putting Grand Rapids up 1-0, 6:59 into the period. Duluth East answers right away off of the face-off to Gunderson's right as Cole Christian wins the draw to Wyatt Peterson, and he was able to put it on net, and Miles was unable to see it. Gus Drennan gets Grand Rapids the lead back, assisted by Sam Sturl and Ren Morquay, and then Grand Rapids taking advantage of the missed clearing opportunities by Duluth East, with Easton Young scoring on really his second and third effort, as I think they followed up both rebounds, and that was assisted by Ryan Kerr and also Sam Sturl, and that put Grand Rapids up 3-1 with that power play. Penalties in the period. Lars Berg got 2 minutes for hooking, and then Ren Morquay and Lars Berg again coincidentals for roughing.
And shot attempts, 17-11 Grand Rapids. Face-off, 17 wins, 7 losses for 68%. And here's what we were talking about, why it's been an entertaining game. Shots on goal are 14-4, scoring chances 5-3, and that sounds about right.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know if Marv's giving scoring chances on shots that
don't even get to the net.
Yeah. You know.
Between period summary brought to you by Anderson Oppov and Stoffer and Jan Law Office, proudly serving clients in northern Minnesota since 1917. 3-1 Grand Rapids. We'll take a break, come back with second period action. You're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here, coming at you from Spartan Deli. And if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, and for more information, you can check us out at SpartanDeli.com.
In this place, athletes face obstacles like nowhere else. The last 5 miles, the power play, the 2-minute warning. When the challenges come, we'll meet it together, because it's your chance to show what you're made of, and the power to prove the toughest competition comes from within. This is Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine like nowhere else. Visit essentiahealth.org.
Attention ice fishermen and women. Make Nooch's in the Corner your main stop before you head out on the lake. They'll come out and top off your truck with fuel and get your propane tanks filled up so you stay warm out there. Then grab your coffee, pop, and snacks and be on your way. It's easy to get in and out with your trailer. Nooch's is locally owned and gives back to the community. Stop in at Nooch's in the Corner at the intersections of Highways 169 and 2 in Grand Rapids.
And here we go with second period action. Grand Rapids now going from right to left. Coincidental minors, both of those players, Morquay and Berg, still in the penalty box until at least the next whistle, as Bauer Murphy back into his own zone. He'll go rink wide for Easton Young. Ahead it comes. Ooh. If that wasn't offside, it was awfully close.
I agree with you. I thought that was offside too, and I think that one was missed there.
But Grand Rapids will get an offensive zone face-off out of that. And this game brought to you in part by S&S Meats, Grand Rapids Dental Care, Nooch's in the corner, Mackley's Auto Repair, and Edge of the Wilderness, Lakes and Homes Realty. Shot from the point doesn't get through. And now through center ice, here comes Peterson. Wyatt Peterson's centering pass. Shot, I believe that got through, and a save by Gunderson. Now here's Murphy leading the rush. DeMar shot it over the net.
Great pass by Bauer Murphy there, and good job by Hayden going to the net, and just a good save, a good all-around hockey play.
At neutral ice, Cole Christian tries to get in front, but Grand Rapids powers it inside. Shot on. Zimski had to be quick on that with the pad.
He does, and JJ Kerr has a really good quick shot.
Now here's Sturl, shot right on. Zimski got it with the trapper and then knocked it down in between the pads and covered up. Good shot by Henry Sturl, and still 3-1 Grand Rapids on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
That was a difficult shot for Zimski to save, as Henry is a strong kid, and he brought that puck and snapped it right through the guy's stick, and had it tipped up, that's a goal.
Face off to Zimski's right. As Del Greco, I don't know if he won that or not. I don't know how you determine who won that face-off, but the puck flipped out of play.
I think the fans in front of us won that, as it didn't hit him. And that was coming right at him.
I'll go with that. This time Grand Rapids wins the draw. Back to Stoffer, out front to Drotz, and his shot goes off the heel of his stick, comes back to the point, and Say just came outside, and the faceoff will come. Or did they call a hand pass?
I think they called a high stick on Garrett Drotz, but that play right before the high stick, Garrett Drotz is a goal scorer, and you can always tell the goal scorers by, obviously, one, if they're scoring goals, which he does, but two, where they go when they don't have the puck, and he gets in the right spots and sets himself up for great opportunities.
Video this period on YouTube video, so youtube.com/Cozy Sports, or just go to the website and click on the YouTube link. Brought to you by Roth RV. Face-off puck goes behind the Grand Rapids net. Stoffer pins his man up against the board, and Del Greco comes away with it. Drotz slides it for Caden Nelson. Nelson gets into the offensive zone, looks for a trailer. He finds it with Stoffer, flips it in deep to Del Greco. Now here's Drotz. Drotz fights for it at the half wall. It'll bounce down to Grady Downs. And the puck slides out to center. Thunderhawks pick it up there. Del Greco able to keep it in. Now Sam Sturl slides it toward the net, but can't get it on goal. We'll have an icing call on the Greyhounds with 14:40 to go, and a 3-1 Grand Rapids lead.
Duluth East almost got caught again there, not getting it out and not being heavy on their sticks and strong on the puck. And fortunately, they were able to get a bounce and get it out for their sake. But tremendous opportunity for Grand Rapids, as they could have had a chance to score off of that.
This one flips down the ice, but I don't think it'll go far enough for icing. No, it won't. Easton Young behind his own net. Goes to the far side. Gets it up to Henke. Henke puts it in deep. Hayden Davis now to Henke. Henke looked out front. Boy, took just a tick too long to decide what to do with it. Now clearing some room and getting a nice shot off was Spinningsby. And Gunderson will stop that. Coincidental minors are over now.
And no rebound on that. Again, not a hard shot, but Duluth East had guys going to the net. Miles confident with his glove, squeezing it and covering it for a faceoff. Grand Rapids is again using that back wall that we talked about earlier in the first period. And I'm thinking that that's a design, as they've been first to every single puck that they've put into a soft area.
Sturl off the wall, gets it out to center, flipped right back into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to get it is Bauer Murphy. Murphy puts it behind his own net. Out to center ice. Driving for it is Sturl. Now a shot right on. Rebound cleared to the wall as Easton Young pinches in. Young leaves it there for Sturl. Back to the point. One-time shot by Henry Sturl goes wide. Back to the point again to Murphy. His shot right on. Rebound. Sitting in the slot, and they can't put it home. Couple players had cracks at that.
Great job by Bauer Murphy getting it to the net.
Penalty coming up to, well, I originally thought Duluth East, but then they blew the whistle. I guess to Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids had the puck that whole time. Not sure why they didn't blow the whistle a little earlier.
I didn't see it again.
And it will go to J.J. Kerr.
Did you see what he gave it to him
It was
for?
on that hit along the half wall is when the arm went up, but I did not see what the official call was. It is a Grand Rapids Police Department penalty kill. And being sent to the penalty box can leave you with the same feeling as seeing a police car in your rearview mirror making a U-turn behind you. And Grand Rapids Police Department reminds you not to drink and drive.
Roughing.
Roughing call. Well, that's a tough call. I mean, he just...
Especially when you have control of the puck.
Yes. So the Duluth East power play, which is at 14.3%. Sure, they'd like to get that a little higher.
Grand Rapids kill at 81.4%.
As the Thunderhawks get it to center, as Del Greco looks for the trailer, and a nice back check by Cole Christian.
It really was, and that's why you don't stretch. You got to keep coming back, and that was a great play by Cole Christian to finish out the rush and the back check.
Because Del Greco was waiting for the trailer, it would have been Sam Sturl.
He was,
and Christian kept with him.
And he delayed and waited.
Grand Rapids will pick up the puck and shoot it down the ice again. Back to get it goes Wyatt Valley.
So this is really good. Obviously, you want to get the puck out, but Grand Rapids got it out a couple times against Duluth East first power play, and it's taxing having to skate back and go get that 3 times.
Puck at neutral ice and finally brought in by Peterson. Peterson looks for Christian. Christian moves to the half wall, now dumps it down low. Back to the point. Near side to Tyler Smith. Smith can't find it. And Grand Rapids with Henry Sturl out to center ice. Sturl all the way into the zone. His shot hits the stick and goes wide. Puck rebounds out to center as Del Greco thought he retreated too much, but still able to pick the puck up.
Wyatt Peterson tried to chip that behind him and take advantage of the speed that he had going into the puck, and Joey does a good job just touching it to his partner, and down the ice it goes, and that'll probably do it close for the Duluth East power play.
Now this well as Hayden DeMars takes it over, tries the centering pass, but doesn't get it to Del Greco. And now the penalty over. And Grand Rapids kills off the penalty to Justin Kerr. DeMars goes wide. DeMars cuts in, loses an edge.
I'm not so sure that wasn't a trip.
Okay.
It was certainly. I think he stepped on the stick of the defenseman, but.
Well, you'll lose an edge doing that.
Yeah, you will,
and he was leaned over pretty good when he did that. As Grand Rapids in front, spin around attempt by Kerr. Doesn't get it to the net. Boy, sometimes I know it's a long backhand shot, but you'd rather just get it on net there.
Yeah, no doubt, and keep the puck in zone and go back to work rather than turning it over.
At neutral ice, Morquay and Downs fight for it. Now Duluth East getting it into the zone. Shot to the side of the net, turned away. Out front, shot right on, and Gunderson all over it, and he'll hold on for the faceoff.
That's where Cole Christian excels. Is he's got great abilities with the puck, nice skill. He's a tremendous passer, and he set up. Looks like number 34 there. Noah Tang for a grade A there right in the slot, and Miles Gunderson does a good job of shutting the door and eating up that rebound.
Faceoff will come to the right of Miles Gunderson. Grand Rapids leading 3-1 on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Off the faceoff comes to Duluth East in a good scoring spot, but it's blocked. Now the Thunderhawks will get it out with Del Greco. Del Greco fights it into the zone, taken over there by Downs. Takes a hit by Drotz, but gets it out to center. Good play by Sam Sturl to stop that. Now here comes Drotz. Has Del Greco going with him. Drotz will take the shot, and it's swallowed up by Zimski, and he'll hold it for the face-off.
Great play by Sam Sturl, breaking up that rush and then getting it up quick to give Grand Rapids a great transition and give them a 3-on-2 opportunity. You know, one thing I've noticed too is off of that face-off, Wyatt Peterson has had 3 opportunities to score off of the same play, and they need to start making it a priority that defenseman on that wall starts getting to him and tying him up quick, and if he's getting too high, then that winger needs to check off on him on his way out to covering that point.
Off the face-off, Grand Rapids applies the forecheck. Behind his own net is Tyler Smith, backhands it along, and it comes out to center ice. Looking for it there was Berg. Berg can't control it, but it's shot in deep. And Berg's been in the middle of every little altercation. He's shot right on, and Gunderson turns outside. But I know he's gotten a couple penalties, but I kind of like seeing a gritty player like that.
I like it too, but as a coach, I mean, you don't want to be taken off the power play in the offensive zone, and unfortunately, he kind of paid the price for a temper.
He did that. Sturl fights for it behind the net. Coming in is Erickson. Grand Rapids will pick it up. Little lob pass out to center, but it doesn't connect with Drennan. Now again, through center ice. Grand Rapids making changes. Duluth East picks it up with Smith. Backhanded into the Grand Rapids zone. Off the boards, it'll come down the ice. Spin, that'll stop short of icing.
I think Duluth East is playing with more confidence, you know, and not that Grand Rapids is doing anything wrong, but maybe it's time to find another gear and work for that 4th goal. You know, I always say it's a race to 4, and I think that they still got to work to get that next one. And that was
Grand Rapids
way offside.
Now he has a lot of blade on that skate.
Yeah, apparently.
Reaching back. And Duluth East has certainly played more physical this period.
Yeah, they have. And right there you got 2 big bodies and Hayden DeMars and J.J. Kerr moving their feet. I thought maybe Duluth East was going to get a holding penalty there, but you know, Grand Rapids controlling the play using their 2 big bodies out there.
Morquay bumps it back to Del Greco. Del Greco moves down the wall, tries to work through a couple hits. He'll keep it down low, comes out front, tries to stuff it home, and Zimski turns him away.
Great play by Joey Del Greco. That's a wide open area that doesn't look open, and he did a great job attacking that front net out of the corner like that.
Now here comes Morquay. Morquay gains the blue line, goes far side, somehow gets it all the way to Del Greco. Del Greco back to the point, shot doesn't get through, and Duluth East back out to center. Here's a partial breakaway. Christian shot saved by Gunderson, and
that was a big save by Miles, and he kind of took the brunt of it as I think Stauffer had pushed Cole into the net, and they're calling Cole Christian on a penalty here.
Ouch.
Yikes, that's not a good call either.
That was a great save by Gunderson. Grand Rapids will end up with a power play out of this as Cole Christian goes to the box for 2 minutes.
If I was Coach Potosha, I'd be doing exactly what he is doing right now. That was not a good call.
But it will be a Grand Rapids Police Department power play. And they remind you that not everyone drives as well as you believe you do. Impatient on the road may mean being a patient in the hospital. Again, video this period brought to you by Roth RV, and they are your RV headquarters. They have a full service department. Beautiful location just on the east side of Grand Rapids on 169.
This is a great opportunity for Grand Rapids to really kind of take another step in this game and go up 4-1, and it's going to sting way worse because of the call that they got and
the grade A scoring chance that they missed right before that call.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a big kill for Duluth East right now. They kind of got to take their medicine, accept it, and get this thing done. So, because this has the potential to maybe lead to getting out of control.
Christian for roughing. Grand Rapids 1 for 1 on the power play. Out front and pitching in. Unable to get it, and the puck all the way down the ice.
They ran an overload off of the other side, and it was wide open, so I'm wondering if they're going to go back to that.
Ooh. Puck stopped right at the blue line, and here's an odd man rush coming 2-on-1 for Duluth East. Shot right on, and Gunderson will catch it and hold it for a face-off, and that puck just got stopped right at the blue line, and just like that, it was odd man the other way.
Yeah, and that's fortunately didn't turn into a breakaway either. That was a good job by Grand Rapids' defenseman Ren Morkway getting back and taking away that scoring chance. Miles has done a great job of controlling his rebounds. That's the one difference that I've seen that since not seeing him play for a while, he's doing a good job with.
Kerr just got absolutely whacked.
Possibly a spear.
And they are going to get the penalty call on it, as Duluth East will go down twice, and Grand Rapids iced it. Well, actually, they shot it on net, and Grand Rapids, just wanting to make sure they get as much of this two-man advantage as possible, they didn't even want the extra attacker.
No, smart play by Grand Rapids is they're going to get 1:12 on a 5-on-3, and they're going to have a great chance to get a couple here.
For a second, I didn't know if they had caught that, and they're just going to call high sticking, I guess.
And I think it got him in the throat too. Yeah. So the only reason I was thinking spear is because the puck was nowhere near the play.
So 5-on-3 for the Thunderhawks. Morkway to Easton Young. Young down low for Del Greco, out front, shot, goal. Ren Morkway. That didn't take long on the Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Ren Morkway gets his second of the year.
Easton and Ren running that little scissors play up top and seeing if they could get that forward to kind of bite on it. He did not. Opens it up down low. Easton able to slide it down to Joey Del Greco, and Joey finds Ren in the slot to bury it, put Grand Rapids up 4-1 here.
11:04 is the time of the goal, if you want to write it down.
Sure.
So Grand Rapids still with 1:36 of a power play as they score on the Grand Rapids Police Department power play. Out front, Caden Nelson looked like he had it going. Now down low, shot, goal, Nelson got it. 2 power play goals. Grand Rapids 3 for 3 on the power play, and it's 5-1.
And I think Coach Patosha is going to be a little bit upset there, because possibly a cross-check there on Grand Rapids that they got away with. But great job by Caden Nelson making them pay and cleaning up the garbage down low.
He was stopped on the initial shot. It was kind of like that Easton Young goal. Kept following it, put in his own rebound.
Yeah, and he's great at doing that. And quite honestly, that's about as best as you can do on a 1:12 5-on-3.
No disagreement there. 2 power play goals, 1 5-on-3, 1 5-on-4. Morkway and Drotz on the helpers. Puck in the Grand Rapids zone. Working for it there is Tang. Tang can't get it out front.
Great opportunity there by Duluth East, but that's why it's so important to put the puck on the forehand. I mean, they played their 3-on-2, created a 2-on-1, and just a pass on the wrong side of Noah Tang.
Kerr taken hard into the boards, and if this game is not as even and tightly contested as a lot of Grand Rapids Duluth East games historically, it's just as physical.
Yeah, it is. Duluth East, even with the last couple minutes, they certainly haven't given up. They're blocking shots, they're competing, they're breaking up passes, and Grand Rapids is just they're moving their feet, and they're doing a good job of creating havoc down in Duluth East end.
Kerr had a rough one. He was taken into the boards 2 or 3 times in that shift. Goes slowly to the box. Has the puck out to center. Here comes DeMars. DeMars can't work it past us. Downs. Back to the point, past Murphy. And out to center ice. Thunderhawks back to get it ahead to Mortensen. Mortensen chips it ahead, but it's taken away by Spenningsby. Spenningsby's shot goes wide.
Kind of shot it through the wickets of Bauer Murphy there, and I think it hit the inside of Bauer's shin pad and went wide.
Now Hayden Davis moves it ahead. Davis gains the line, flips a long shot in off the glass. Caden Nelson. Nelson moves down low. And now Duluth East will get it out to center. Grand Rapids now leading 5-1 with 2 power play goals here in the second period on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
Duluth East's penalty kill already in the 60%.
It's going to be down in the 50s if they don't watch it.
Yeah, it is. It's not a great outcome for that statistic for them. But on the other hand, Grand Rapids is probably going to be hovering around 28, 29, and I think Coach Scheidel would probably like to see that, anywhere between 33 and 35 at the end of the year. That would be firing pretty successfully.
Off the faceoff comes into the Duluth East zone, but they'll pop it out to center. Sturl back to get it. Sam Sturl moves it ahead to Del Greco. Del Greco loses it for a moment. Sam Sturl follows up, gets it into the Duluth East zone. Drotz finds it on the half wall. Now Del Greco back to the point to Morquay. Morquay to Del Greco. Del Greco with room. Shot. That's blocked. To the point, kept in by Morquay. Morquay has to spin around. Now Del Greco again tries to work his way in. Can't get it. This one will flip past Morquay. And down the ice, we'll have an icing call on the Greyhounds. 5-1 Grand Rapids. This game also brought to you by Midland Title, Claremont Financial Services, The Motor Shop, Timberlake Lodge, and Grand Rapids General Motors. 2:34 to go in period number 2 with a 5-1 Grand Rapids lead. Puck behind the Duluth East net. Now Sturl can't get it back to the point, and Duluth East will get it out to center. Through center ice, here comes Peterson. Peterson, drop pass for Christian. Grand Rapids will take over. Hayden DeMars turns.
He's got him.
DeMars cuts in on the backhand out front. And Sturl was on his backhand, couldn't finish it off.
Kind of just handcuffed Henry. If he would have been able to pivot around it a little bit better, I think he would have been able to get it in. Great job by Hayden DeMars, using his speed, using his big body, and driving hard to the net. Doing what Hayden does.
Wyatt Peterson tries to put it out front. That's blocked by Easton Young, and Easton Young takes over and comes out to center. Nelson puts it ahead to DeMars. DeMars now leaves it for Young. Young and DeMars both down low. Out front, Zimski turns that away. And Duluth East now slowly out to center.
Another great play by Caden Nelson. He just sits, he knows where to score goals. He loves hanging out on top of that crease.
Long pass ahead, and it goes on net. It was tipped by Mortensen anyways, and they caught that tip. Puck comes out to center, where Murphy gloves it, sticks it over to Morquay. Taken away, long shot right on. And now Gunderson will make the save and hold on. 59 seconds to go in the period. Grand Rapids a 5-1 lead.
Miles is definitely seeing the puck well tonight.
Yeah, shots on goal are 25-10, but Gunderson has seen some good scoring chances in front of him.
I just like the way he's controlling the puck. Like in the past, it kind of looked like he was fighting it a little bit.
Yep.
Now he's sucking that thing up, and he's in charge of the puck when it comes to him.
Puck deep in the Grand Rapids zone off the faceoff, trying to get it is Zlak. Luke Rose there as well. Puck comes to the point. Thunderhawks can't get it out. Now they'll try the near side. This time it will come out to center. Flipped ahead, and working his way in is Luke Rose. Rose can't get it in deep as the Thunderhawks get it out to center. Flip back in by Brody Olson. 16 seconds left in the period. And on the far side, Grand Rapids will get it just into the zone with 7 seconds left, making changes. Flipped over to the side, and the buzzer goes.
That was very avoidable as the Duluth East defenseman there. I think it's Brody Olson could have came out the far side. Instead, he went back up the strong side and kind of created a little circus there for the last 6 seconds.
But Grand Rapids adds to their lead. They score twice and lead 5-1 after 2. You're listening to it on 90. I was going to do that once on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
When you need to find a part at a price that's right, that red and blue sign is just within sight. Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
CarQuest Auto Parts has all of your battery needs covered. In-store sale pricing on the full line of Die-Hard Power Ahead batteries for your lawn tractor, boat, motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, and vehicle, including silver, gold, and platinum power batteries, fully charged and ready to go. Great prices every day at CarQuest Grand Rapids.
Roll in to CarQuest and roll on.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
Brought to you by Lake Country Power. Online at lakecountrypower.coop.
At Grand Rapids GM, their philosophy is simple, and that is their customers being completely satisfied, not only in the vehicle, but in their entire experience. Their goal is that you enjoy your buying experience to the point that you feel comfortable in recommending them to your family and friends. Grand Rapids GM is the fastest growing dealership in the Northland and the area's only certified pre-owned GM dealership. Make your next car buying experience an enjoyable one. At Grand Rapids GM, the Car Corner, Highway 169 South, Grand Rapids.
Dinner's great. It's one of your top 3 favorite meals. You just don't want to have to make it. Well, with Jimmy John's, you don't have to. Whether you live in a sandwich delivery zone or head into the store, you can always get a freaky fresh sandwich. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com.
At Jimmy John's, we want your sandwich to arrive freaky fast, so it's freaky fresh. So we only deliver within 5 minutes of our stores and not farther. Click to order at jimmyjohns.com. 5 minutes is not a guaranteed delivery time. Actual delivery times will vary.
First American Title Insurance is here for you. Their local office, Itasca County Abstract Company, has provided service for more than 75 years. They can help with title insurance, real estate title certificates, abstract services, and escrow services. They are a proud and long-standing supporter of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics. Itasca County Abstract Company, a First American Title Insurance member, located in downtown Grand Rapids.
I'm Christina Gales, one of your Grand Rapids Edward Jones financial advisors. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Sports on J105. Call any of the Grand Rapids offices for all of your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Hi, this is Ron Morquay with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Between periods 2 and 3, it's a 5-1 Grand Rapids lead, and in some ways that period was a little more even, except for the stretch with the power plays where Grand Rapids ate it up.
Yeah, there was a minute and 12 seconds is kind of the difference in this game as far as, I don't think this is a 5-1 game right now. I think that Duluth East is playing better than the score, and that's not a knock against Grand Rapids. I think Grand Rapids is playing well and doing everything that they have to do. It's just, this was a good hockey game, and unfortunately, that's the way it kind of goes sometimes when there's discretionary calls.
Well, and maybe this is the hockey gods paying it back for the other game that probably should have been about a 7-1 game and ended up 4-3.
I mean, that's kind of the way it works out. I mean, that's why you can never get too terribly upset at the referees. You're going to get some calls, you're not going to get some calls, and over the course of the season, it's going to kind of work itself out and even itself out. And, the one thing is Duluth East put themselves down 5-on-3 because the penalty on the high stick was an absolute
That was
penalty.
legit, yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can look at it however way you want it, but, a better game than the scoreboard indicates right now.
In fact, that high sticking was a borderline 5.
Oh, it was a borderline spear and possibly a game misconduct. I agree.
We'll take another break, come back with the Dr. Lee Jess between periods summary. It is 5-1 Grand Rapids after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
If you're looking for an experienced and professional attorney in the Grand Rapids area, look no further than Sturl Law Office. Attorney Chad B. Sturl has over 22 years of legal expertise in dealing with criminal defense, family law, DUI, DWI, and many other legal practices. Let him help you through a stressful time by taking care of the legal logistics and delivering expert legal support. Call 218-326-9646 to schedule an appointment. Chad Sturl at Sturl Law Office, a proud supporter of Thunderhawk Hockey.
Home closing can be stressful, even more so when you're not working with local professionals. Midland Title is the top choice when you want a local expert. They bank locally, and the salaries paid stay local. Plus, they will work hard to accommodate your schedule with flexible closing times. Their staff understands the Iron Range communities. Call Midland Title today to arrange your next closing. 218-328-8672. Proud to support Grand Rapids High School athletics.
Taco Tuesday is calling.
Tuesday!
Get seasoned beef tacos for just 99 cents each every Taco Tuesday. Craver Savers.
Crunchy.
Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
True taco lovers can't say Tuesday without thinking taco, especially at the home of Taco Tuesday, Taco John's. So this taco, head to Tuesday John's for Taco Tuesday for 99-cent deals on delicious beef Tuesdays. Tacos. Taco John's.
Now is the time to make plans to winterize and store your RV for the winter season. Call Roth RV and schedule your service now. You can trust their experienced and reputable service center. Roth RV has a great inventory of RV parts and accessories. At Roth RV, they provide warranty service for all the brands they carry. Plus, they can repair and service most used RVs. New arrivals daily. Stop in and see the 2022 models. RVs, wheeled fish houses, cargo, utility, pontoon, and livestock trailers. Roth RV, Highway 169 East Grand Rapids, and RothRV.com. What do you find in a Sammy's Pizza kitchen? Their family recipe sauce with a secret mix of seasonings, dough made fresh each morning, crimped into the perfect crust, specialty meats, and real mozzarella cheese, all making up their famous bite-sized squares. They're cooking up experiences that bring together family and friends to create lasting traditions. Visit them at 802 South Pregame Avenue in Grand Rapids or order online at sammyspizzaGrandRapids.com.
We're here with Kirk Adams, Northern Market President of Deerwood Bank. Kirk, why is it important for you to support Grand Rapids Thunderhawk Athletics?
Being born and raised here, I love supporting the community that helped raise me. That is why I am working with my team at Deerwood Bank to bring nice and simple banking to the entire Grand Rapids area. From your first savings account to life after retirement, we're here to help you.
Deerwood Bank. Banking made nice and simple. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Zach Lagergren with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Hey, when the band comes to this building, you get your money's worth. They're still here in the second intermission, Grant.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I figured they'd still be here. I mean, it's Duluth East. It's Section 7 AA. It's mid-season.
Between periods summary brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess, caring for your family's dental and oral health, and proudly supporting Will Stop for the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. Run it down for us.
I think we'll kind of go in reverse here, and we'll start with the penalties, as J.J. Kerr picked up a penalty early in the second period, as Duluth East was able to get nothing off of that. That was number 16, J.J. Kerr, for roughing. And then and then the 5-on-3 situation started where Cole Christian had an excellent partial breakaway opportunity where Miles Gunderson was able to steer the puck away, and it looked from our vantage point that, Cole maybe got shoved into Miles and somehow came away with a roughing penalty, and about 48 seconds later, Duluth East picked up another penalty as Wyatt Zwack gets a high sticking penalty, putting Grand Rapids on a 5-on-3 situation for 1:12, and Ren Morkway took advantage of that, striking first into that power play, getting assists from Joey Del Greco and number 8 Easton Young, and then not too long later they kind of put a nail in the coffin to finish out the 5-on-3 as Caden Nelson was able to bury one in front on like you said, a second and third effort, just getting greasy, and Ren Morkway and Garrett Drotz picking up the assist on that one, and that put Duluth East down 5-1, Grand Rapids up 5-1 obviously, and shots in the period 25-10.
And shot attempts, 18-9 Grand Rapids. Hits, 6 for Rapids, 9 for Duluth East. Face-offs, Grand Rapids only winning 35%, but scoring chances 5-2. Grand Rapids between periods summary. Brought to you by Dr. Lee Jess, caring for your family's dental and oral health. Proudly supporting the entire Grand Rapids Thunderhawk hockey team, wishing them a winning season. One more break, we'll be back with third period action. It's 5-1 after 2, and you're listening to it on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
Jeff Dick of Edge of the Wilderness Realty was born and raised in Grand Rapids and has over 2 decades of experience working with buyers and sellers. He has a great knowledge of Itasca County's lakes and land as both an avid outdoorsman and real estate agent. If you're looking for the best place to fish or the top hunting spots, Jeff's your guy. Call him at 218-244-9610 to find your next home, cabin, or piece of land today. Visit EOWRealty.com for current listings. Love where you live, live on the edge. Edge of the Wilderness Realty.
Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength. From sun up to sunset, we've put the power in your hands to help you work the land. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, your John Deere authority, your helping hand. We'll get it done. Northland Lawn, sport and equipment, small town values, regional strength.
Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center is now open at Paul Bunyan Communications in Grand Rapids. For both in-warranty and out-of-warranty service on Apple products and computer repair, bring it to the new Paul Bunyan Communications office at 510 Southeast 21st Street. We can help with hardware or software problems, spill damage, screen replacement, virus removal, and more. For service on your Apple product and PC repair, come to Paul Bunyan Communications, Northern Minnesota's Certified Apple Service Center, now open in Grand Rapids.
We all want what is best for our families. Hi, this is Nate, store manager of Super One South. At Super One Foods, we pride ourselves on fresh quality products and a clean store for you to shop in. Whatever department you are in, you will find what you are looking for, and if you can't, our dedicated team is there to help. When it comes to food, healthy choices are important for our families. At Super One Foods, we have something for everyone. And as always, it is fresh and quality. Super One Foods, proud to be a part of our community.
You have a lot of choices when it comes to securing your mortgage. Do you go with the local bank so your money stays in your community? Or do you search for the best interest rate? Of course, maybe you could try one of those trendy internet-based lenders and just get it done quickly. The choice is easy. Woodland Bank offers all of those things. A trusted local partner, the lowest interest rates, and a fast process. So make the obvious choice. Come on over to Woodland Bank and bank easy. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Justin Kerr with the Thunderhawk hockey team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
And off the face-off, Duluth East with a great chance. We almost missed a goal. Now Grand Rapids coming back the other way as we're just underway in period 3 in a 5-1 Grand Rapids lead.
Duluth East is going to come out here and compete this period because I think Coach Petosha knows that this isn't a 5-1 game, and this is another opportunity for his team to take a step and grow.
Now here's a shot by Sterl that goes just wide on the short side. Out to center ice, shot right back in to the Duluth East zone. And if you remember, the first game between these two teams, Grand Rapids at this point in the game was dominating and up 4-1, and Duluth East with 2 late goals made it 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly don't have a history of quitting on the game, and I don't think they're going to tonight. And at the same time, I think Grand Rapids needs to respond, and I think their goal should be get out of this period by winning the period.
There you go. We'll score a couple, get it to running time.
Yeah, that would be even better.
As Tang drags it through. Oh, made a nice move initially, and then Grand Rapids, was that Caden Nelson? No, that was Will Stoffer with the back check and bailing Del Greco out, actually. Now out front, puck comes in on Gunderson. He makes one save, and the next one goes into the corner, and now the Thunderhawks out to center.
I really like what I've seen from Wyatt Peterson, number 11 for Duluth East. He's certainly been a factor for Duluth East and has contributed to the offensive success and opportunities that East has had for sure.
Well, physically, Grand Rapids going to know they've been in a hockey game. Duluth East out-hit them in the second period, and they've certainly out-hit them early here in the third.
Yeah, they're coming, and I think when Coach Patosha talks about, Hounds hockey, I think that's kind of what it is he's going to get these kids to compete and all the way to the end and see where they're at.
Puck into the Duluth East zone. Just under 15 to go, and a 5-1 Grand Rapids lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. Puck into the Grand Rapids zone as Zwack tries to backhand it in front, but no one there for the Hounds. Out to center, picking it up is Hayden Davis. Davis carries it deep into the zone. Duluth East lays a hit, takes over, shoots it down the ice. No icing as it won't go far enough. Clearing pass, blocked. Shot toward the net by Turpin. Still in the Grand Rapids zone. Easton Young ahead to Sturl, who tips it into the zone. It'll slide in on Zimski, who makes the save and holds on. 14-12 to go. Third period, and Grand Rapids up 5-1.
Good push there by Duluth East and good opportunities against Grand Rapids. And Rapids does a good job of surviving it and getting it out. And again, Miles Gunderson is kind of a different Miles Gunderson, I think. He seems to be really locked in right now, and I think his team has got a lot of confidence in him.
Centering pass doesn't quite get to DeMars, and now Christian gets into the zone. Christian stops, centering pass. Good job of staying home by Sam Sturl to stop that. Shot from the point, turned aside by Gunderson. Henry Sturl out to center, tries to follow it up, but the puck shot back into the Grand Rapids zone, and it'll be an icing call on the Greyhounds. Game is also brought to you by the Motor Shop, Timberlake Lodge, Grand Rapids General Motors, Grand Rapids State Bank, and Sammy's Pizza.
Once again, you talk about the rebound. That was a shot from the point that got steered into the corner, where before that kind of bounced out in front and was able to be a second opportunity. And Miles has done a good job of controlling his rebounds tonight.
Puck out to center ice. Grand Rapids will steal it there. Ahead to Sam Sturl. Sturl leads a rush into the zone. Drops it for Drotz out front. Shot, goal! Caden Nelson gets his second of the night and 12th of the year.
There he is, right in front of the net, right on top of the crease, and that's where he makes his money and makes people pay. And a great job by Caden Nelson being in the right spot once again.
So the Thunderhawks now make it 6-1. And what I said, making it running time, they're one step closer.
We're very close.
So Caden Nelson will try to pick up the assist. Now the puck slides in front of the Grand Rapids net. Sturl and Drotz on the assist. Puck comes back to the point, kept in by Downs. Puck still down low as Blaine Mortensen back checking, tries to move it to Stauffer. That's intercepted. Centering pass doesn't connect. Downs can't keep it in cleanly, and Hayden Davis out to center. Davis, he can't control it as the puck back out to center. Gus Drennan, who scored his first varsity goal tonight.
He kind of got robbed there as he was controlling the puck. I think it hit the ref's skate.
And now an icing call on the Thunderhawks. 12:28 to go, and a 6-1 Grand Rapids lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard.
Being a cold night, I wouldn't mind getting that 7th goal. And
yeah, getting out of here a few minutes early.
Yeah, absolutely.
Face off in the Grand Rapids zone as Morquay behind his own net. Morquay moves it up the boards. And a stick goes flying. That was a Duluth East stick. Now out front all alone, and the pass back to DeMars. DeMars spins around, never got a shot off. Wow, for as great a places as the puck was at, there wasn't much for chances. Now the puck right in front, and Zimski somehow scrambles and knocks it away.
Christmas is over. I think Sam Sturl just would rather have just gifted rather than received there.
Yep.
That's
no question. He was in an all by himself in a perfect scoring spot, and instead tried to set up DeMars.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't a terrible idea by Henry either. It's just when you're in that situation, I think you put that one in the net.
Paul Bunyan Communications, Woodland Bank, CarQuest, and Edward Jones also bringing you this game and bringing you the video this period. It is S&S Meats, just on the west side of Grand Rapids on Highway 2. Boy, whatever the occasion, they'll have the meat that'll make it work. I think they have over 50 kinds of brats there, and I love most of them.
Yeah, there's a trip there, looks like.
11:31 to go as Grand Rapids with a 6-1 lead. And Grand Rapids will take the penalty. That'll be Bauer Murphy going to the penalty box. Grand Rapids Police Department penalty kill. And they remind you to leave sooner, drive slower, and live longer. So Grand Rapids has killed off one penalty so far tonight. They're 3 for 3 on the power play, and 1 for 1 on the penalty kill so far.
Yeah, and I think this is a chance for Duluth East to just kind of work on their game a little bit and try to generate some opportunities and build off of the success that they have had in this game.
As Winkler's shot hits the boards behind Gunderson. Back to Grant Winkler again. Winkler goes rink wide. Cole Christian straight out in front, and Fresvik is robbed by Gunderson.
A great job by the Duluth East player in the slot. They're spinning away and opening himself up, and once again Miles out challenging him and getting that puck out of harm's way.
Puck now into the Grand Rapids zone. After there is Winkler. Puck stays behind the Grand Rapids net. Minute 6 left in the Duluth East power play. Out front, bounces off the stick of Christian. He'll move it back to the point. Defensemen play catch with it. Now down low for Christian, back to the point. Centering pass, that's blocked by the Thunderhawks. Good thing it was, as Wyatt Peterson was in a pretty good spot on the backside.
Yeah, he was, and if Noah Tang pops out a little bit higher and takes a page out of Grand Rapids' book, he'd have there would have been 2 options there, but a little too low, a little too on top of the crease, and kind of easy to defend that back door.
29 seconds left in the Duluth East power play. 9:59 left in the game, and a 6-1 Grand Rapids lead in the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. They are the official sports medicine provider, the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Face off outside the Grand Rapids blue line. We're not even close to done with high school sports this week. We haven't even mentioned over on KMFY, it is Greenway and Hibbing hockey. Last look, that was Hibbing 5-1 in the second period. As the puck slides into the Grand Rapids zone, flipping it into the corner is Lars Berg. Berg back to the point. Grand Rapids back at full strength. Shot goes wide of the net. Also tomorrow night we'll have Grand Rapids Greenway girls hockey taking on the Northern Tier Stars, which is an amalgamation of Cambridge, Isani, St. Francis, and someone else. I'll check it out tomorrow. But that is down in Isanti. And then Grand Rapids boys basketball on Saturday from Duluth East, taking on North Branch at 6 o'clock. And Big Fork and Hill City basketball on KMFY tomorrow night.
A lot of local action.
A lot of local action. Gotta love it. As Ren Morquay comes into the zone, flips it out in front, puck goes past everybody. Puck deep in the Duluth East zone. Blaine Mortensen in there fighting for it, as well as Verbeek, Travis Verbeek getting his first shift of the night. Taken down was Mortensen, no call. I think the referees have decided they've given Duluth East enough penalties.
Yeah, I think so too. And you know, at the same time, Ren Morquay is just so hard to play against. I mean, every time you come down on him, you're going to feel something.
Morquay moves it up to the half wall. Davis flips it out to center ice. Not far enough for icing. 8:30 to go as Duluth East rounds her own zone. As Sturl says, I kept it in. I don't think he quite did.
No,
it was close.
I didn't have a great look at it, but certainly he wanted that opportunity. He's had a great game tonight. He's had a lot of good chances and put himself into good spots. And you know, both Sam and Henry, phenomenal kids, and just good hard workers and guys that you want to be around and have on your team.
Easton Young in his own zone. He'll flip it to the near side as Stauffer up the boards to Henry Sturl. Sturl goes far side for DeMars. DeMars stick handles in. Puck out front. Bounces around. Zimski stops the first one. Spin around, gets blocked at the defense. Off the stick of DeMars. Now Sturl. Sturl to the half wall. Plays it back to Easton Young. Young, he'll work it down low. Chase after it. Tries to come out front. And now here's Cole Christian. Christian, boy, nice job by Stauffer getting back. Puck comes across in front, and Gunderson makes a great toe save at the end of that.
And I think if you're a scout and you're watching Cole Christian on that shift and watching what he did, he got the puck. He kept looking for a guy to make a play to. He saw nothing. He took the puck to the net, to the far pipe. Miles makes a great save. He stays with it, gets another shot on net. Cole Christian can play hockey.
Del Greco turns at his own blue line. Del Greco goes to the far side. Drots back to Del Greco, just offside. You know, there's been a couple that I thought they missed, and there's been a couple close ones that they called offside.
Yeah.
Sturls and that one, those were both close.
Yeah, they've been tight. There's been some difficult calls today, and I think that they've been on top of most of them.
Face off outside the Grand Rapids blue line. As spinning and putting it down low is Drotz. Comes back out to center. Sam Sturl moves it ahead to Del Greco. Now Nelson with 2 goals. Can't move it in deep. Now Del Greco will take it away. Del Greco misses it once, and then his pass intercepted by Winkler, and Winkler leads the rush back into the zone. Winkler tries to stick handle in front, shot right on. Another nice save by Gunderson. 6:27 to go with a 6-1 Grand Rapids lead.
Grant Winkler did a nice job sticking with that too, and keeps the puck in the zone. And
another shot pad save.
You know, Duluth East has we talked about, they've improved, and they've done some things here tonight that I think the future looks promising for them in the fact that they have a lot of young kids here.
And to their credit, they have not quit by any stretch here in the third period. They've kept coming. Down 6-1, Grand Rapids will certainly win this game, but Duluth East has shown some stuff tonight.
Yeah, they have, no doubt about it. And I mean, they got some individual players, and they've made some great team plays.
And now the puck squirts out in front to Noah Tang, who puts it home, and that makes it a 6-2 game. Off the faceoff, Noah Tang, number 34, makes it a 6-2 game. Just as we were saying, they haven't quit yet. Tonight's game also brought to you by First American Title and Itasca County Abstract, Roth RV, Lake Country Power, Essentia Health, and Northland Lawn, Sport, and Equipment. Well, now we're farther away from that running time game we wanted.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hoping for too. But now what's the difference at this point?
That's right. For Noah Tang, that is his fourth goal of the year. Long shot doesn't get through, blocked at the defense. As a tackle trying to come out of the zone was Mortensen. Mortensen has really been roughed up the last two shifts.
Yeah, and I would have said that was probably a penalty.
I would think so. Verbeek leaves it to the far side. Shot doesn't get through off the stick of Hayden Davis.
Great play by Travis Verbeek, hitting the zone with speed, makes a nice little area pass to Hayden Davis, and fortunately nothing able to come out of that.
Faceoff will be in the Duluth East zone. 5:17 to go with a 6-2 Grand Rapids lead on the Grand Itasca Clinic and Hospital scoreboard. And once again, that third period video being brought to you by S&S Meats. And anytime you want, and that video will be archived. You can go back and look at it anytime. Just go to our YouTube video link right off the website on j105radio.com. JV game's up there too.
There you go.
And that JV game we didn't even mention it, a 3-2 Grand Rapids win. They score with 5 seconds left to take that game.
Another thing we thought we were going to be delayed on is as the East was able to tie it up with 42 seconds left or 48 seconds left, and Grand Rapids able to finish that one off and get the victory on time.
Puck in the Duluth East zone. Yeah, kept us right on time. Didn't make us go home late. As puck flips out of play, and we'll have a face-off in the Duluth East zone with 4:51 to go. And Grand Rapids will send out, well, and lines are getting shifted around a little bit here, but Eli Roloff and Luke Dulon get their first shifts along with Gus Drennan.
The future, as you probably would call this line.
And an icing call on Duluth East. And if there's been a little lack of flow, I mean, that's lengthening the bench, getting everyone on the ice here with the lead for Wade Chido.
Yeah, it is, and it's a good opportunity to get some of these guys, the opportunities that they deserve. Eli Roloff, watching the JV game, certainly did some good things out there that he can able to carry forward into this game.
Out front, Roloff spins it just wide, looking for his first varsity goal. Puck behind the Duluth East net.
Great opportunity there for him.
And now Dulong can't find it, and the Greyhounds will get out to center. Far side pass goes to Lars Bird. And they're not out against Duluth East fourth line. This is number 2 line here for Duluth East that they're against.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you see the effort there. I mean, it means something to those kids. Eli Roloff getting a great scoring chance, going hard into the corner, finishing his guy.
Now out to center ice, here comes Bird. Bird's long shot hits the stick and goes into the netting. We'll have a face-off in the Grand Rapids zone with 3:53 to go in period number 3. 6-2, Grand Rapids in the lead.
Yeah, this last 6 minutes has kind of dragged on a little bit with the whistles and the icings and pucks out of play.
Off the face-off, Grand Rapids will get it out to center ice. Cole Christian now flips it back into the Grand Rapids zone. Back to pick it up is number 16, Justin Kerr. Back to the point, long shot, just tipped the side of the net.
Couple tips there. Ooh, good move by Henry.
Now here's Sturl. Henry Sturl has a shot, goes right on net, and Zimski didn't want to hold it for a face-off, and Sturl just about had another crack at it.
Yeah, great move by Henry entering the zone as he was able to kind of juke the defenseman and get himself a scoring chance.
Now Sturl again. Boy, he just cleared himself on the offside.
That was another
that was
great,
close.
Great play by him.
Cole Christian chases it into the Grand Rapids zone, and Sam Sturl takes him into the boards.
Real good job there by Cole Christian. He didn't come away with it, but he had 2 cracks at it where he was able to protect the puck.
Now here's Henke along with Davis, shot right on, and the puck flipped past Hayden Davis on the far side.
It looked to me like maybe Henke was going for the left pad pass there and hoping it was going to come right out to Hayden Davis for the rebound.
That's exactly what it looked like to me. Long shot goes over the net, but Zimski able to get it with his stick, which made it go too high for Davis. Cutting in is Downs. Downs shot goes wide of the net. 2:09 to go in the period. Again, Grand Rapids cruising with a 6-2 lead. Shots on goal 32-17 for Grand Rapids. Henke tries to dig it out at the half wall to the point. Long shot. Gunderson didn't see that till the last moment, but turns it away.
Kind of a sidewinder too.
Yeah, a little bit of a sinker. I think it dropped late on it as well.
That's what I'm looking for there.
As Roloff taken hard into the boards. Roloff gets up, fighting for it at the half wall, along with Ben Lemaster. Now Luke Dulong behind the net, fights with Grady Downs as Grand Rapids tries to apply the forecheck. Comes out to center, back in. Grand Rapids has to clear on the delayed offside. Long pass ahead to Tang, who scored the goal here in the third period for the Greyhounds. Stay tuned after the game. Of course, we'll have our Culver's post game and also our Dutch Room, Mad Dog's Pizza, 3 stars. 1:03 to go. As Cole Christian just avoids a Dulong check. Shot. Pad save. Didn't get much of it. Gunderson just got enough.
A toe.
Yeah. And the faceoff will be back in the Grand Rapids zone with 51 seconds left in this hockey game.
This is a big win for Grand Rapids and kind of keeps their success rolling as they get a handful of opponents that might not be
right.
Up to their latest level of competition, I guess maybe we'll say.
As Duluth East gains the Grand Rapids line, centering pass doesn't get through. Fanning on that one was Nicholas Jeanette. So both teams clearing the benches here in the final moments of this hockey game with 27 seconds left to go.
Eli Roloff has had 3 or 4 shifts here at the end, and he's been effective on all of them and generating some good opportunities for himself and certainly going out there with quite a bit of energy.
Well, going out with some energy, and he's not, how will I put this, he's not the smoothest skater on the ice, but he works hard and always gets to good spots.
Hey, he's effective.
Yep. As the buzzer sounds, and Grand Rapids with a 6-2 win, they go to 10-3 on the year, and Duluth East with their 9th loss of the year. We'll take a break, and Grant will have some wrap-up for you. We'll get the Culver's post-game interview and our 3-star selection. You're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder and J105radio.com.
This is Scott at Mackley's Auto Repair, letting you know we have both the technology and the staff for all your diagnostic needs, from a check engine light to an intermittent starting issue. We are able to work on all makes and models, so give us a call at Mackley's Auto Repair, located in downtown Coleraine. And as always, we'd like to thank our loyal customers and look forward to meeting the new ones.
Infinity Plus is a proud supporter of our local hockey programs. This is Ann Cates, branch manager. Stop in and see us for your everyday needs and big life events, like opening up a membership for your child's first saving or checking account, or purchasing that home or fancy car. We would love for you to take advantage of our competitive low rates. Best of luck to our local hockey teams on a great season. Affinity Plus is insured by the NCUA, and you can learn more about us at affinityplus.org.
You don't want to work at just any old place, and you don't want to work just any old time. Maybe you want to work mornings, afternoons, or late nights, weekdays or weekends. For job openings on your schedule, check out the openings at McDonald's.com. They're hiring for multiple shifts and positions. McDonald's can be more than just a job. They have great career opportunities available for the right people. If you're looking for fulfilling work and a fun and challenging atmosphere, don't wait any longer. Apply at McDonald's.com. I'm loving it.
Hey, it's Taylor from White Pine Jewelers. Let us help you with all your jewelry needs this season, whether it's repairing your family heirlooms or finding the perfect gift. We have a wide selection of inventory available to us in all price ranges, and most repairs are done in-house, often with a 1-week turnaround. With nearly 40 years of experience, you can trust that we'll do our best to find or create whatever it is you have in mind. White Pine Jewelers, located behind McDonald's in the Pregame Plaza, South Grand Rapids. On Facebook and online at whitepinejewelers.com.
Doctors Rachel and Spencer Buchert and their team at Grand Rapids Dental Care are proud supporters of the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They know firsthand that in order to be successful, it takes the whole team working together towards a single goal. For Grand Rapids Dental Care, that goal is providing expert dental care for all of their patients. For a lifetime of healthy smiles, choose Grand Rapids Dental Care for all your dental needs. Online at grdental.com or call 326-3438 to set up an appointment. Go Thunderhawks!
What is up, everybody? It's Brendan here coming at you from Spartan Deli, and if this is the first time you've heard about us, then you are welcome. If you also happen to be on the path of improving your health and you're wondering where the best place to eat in town is, well, you found it, guys. It's right here at Spartan Deli, located in the Central Square Mall, where everything on our menu is 100% good for you, and it tastes amazing. We're open 11 to 2 Monday through Saturday, and for more information, you can check us out at spartandeli.com.
Hi, this is Ren Morquay with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
And we are back here at the IRA Civic Center where Grand Rapids picks up a 6-2 victory over the Duluth East Greyhounds. A nice win for Grand Rapids. Good Section 7 AA win. Run through the scoring rundown here. 6:59 into the first period. Garrett Drotz gets Grand Rapids starting as he gives them a 1-0 lead as Caden Nelson and Easton Young get the assists on that. Duluth East strikes there a little bit later to tie it at 1 as Wyatt Peterson scores off of the face-off, won by Cole Christian. And Grand Rapids able to go up 2-1 with a goal from, I believe, his first goal of his high school career. So congratulations to Gus Drennan as he picks up the second goal to give Grand Rapids a 2-1 lead, assisted by Sam Sturl and Ren Morquay. And then Rapids is able to score on the power play to end the period and put them up 3-1, as that was Easton Young assisted by J.J. Kerr and Sam Sturl. Penalties in that period, Ren Morquay and Lars Berg get coincidentals for roughing, and Lars Berg also picked up a hooking penalty earlier in the period. Grand Rapids, as the shots that period were 14-4 after the first period of play. Coming into the second period, a pretty well-fought battle, and kind of the power play, a minute and 12, like we talked about earlier, was kind of the difference in that period, and kind of jump-started Grand Rapids to give them the finish that they needed. 2 power play goals scored by Grand Rapids, as Ren Morquay able to get the first one, assisted by Joey Del Greco and Easton Young, 11:04 into the period. And Grand Rapids goes up 5-1 shortly after to finish out the 5-on-3 opportunity that they got, as that was Caden Nelson assisted by Ren Morquay and Garrett Drotz. Penalties in the period, J.J. Kerr, 2 minutes for roughing, and Cole Christian picks up a roughing on his partial breakaway, which was kind of the suspect call that we kind of felt for the Coach Patosha and the Duluth East Greyhounds on to an extent, and but at the same time they put themselves on the 5-on-3 as they get a high sticking penalty a short while later. Shots after the second period were 25-10 in favor of Grand Rapids, and bringing into the third period, Caden Nelson able to put Grand Rapids up 6-1, 3:33 into the third period, assisted by Sam Sturl and Garrett Drotz. Duluth East gets a late goal to make it 6-2. That was Noah Tang, assisted by number 11 Wyatt Peterson. One penalty in the period goes to Bauer Murphy. 2 minutes for tripping. Final shots here from the IRA Civic Center, 32-19 in favor of Grand Rapids.
Thunderhawks get a 6-2 win, and your Dutch Room Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars. And if you're looking for delivery or takeout, give them a call, 326-1774, or you can order online at maddogspizza.com. I bet if you head over there, you'll see some people that you saw here.
I would think that that's probably the case. You get a big Thursday night victory over Duluth East.
I think so.
Thirsty Thursday.
I think so. And what do you got for our Mad Dog's Pizza 3 stars?
I don't know. I was just kind of looking at that. I know my 1 star.
Okay.
I think I know my 2 star. And I 3 is kind of a toss-up for me. I think Ren Morquay had a fantastic game.
And he had a goal.
Yeah, and I think Sam Sturl had a great game, and as did Garrett Drott. So, but I'll go with the Ren Morquay for number 3. I'm going to go with Caden Nelson for number 2, and for number 1, you got to give it to the youngster who gets his first goal,
Gus Drennan.
Gus Drennan.
I like it. I like giving Drennan that number 1 star. And yeah, I thought Caden Nelson just had a fantastic game. Was in on 3 of the 6 goals, had a beautiful assist to start the game, and then scored 2 himself. That's a nice game for that boy.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a great kid, and he does, no question, care about the team first. But I do think emotionally that this game probably felt a little bit more important to him, and not that we've seen a different effort in another game from him, but I mean, obviously with the circumstances and everything, I think that there's an emotional feeling coming into this game, and great job for him, and he plays the game the right way.
I had to wait a long time for him to get off the ice. He was chatting with friends. We'll take our final break, come back with our Culver's post-game interview, and we'll hear from 2 of the 3 stars. We'll hear from both Gus Drennan and from Caden Nelson on our Culver's post-game interview coming up on J105 The Thunder, J105radio.com.
The Motor Shop wants to wish all of our student athletes the best of luck this season. At the Motor Shop, we service and sell all motors for every heating system. Heck, bring in the whole squirrel cage and we'll hand it back to you ready to go. Snow blowers not running? No problem for the Motor Shop. The Motor Shop does service on all makes and models of ATVs, snowmobiles, and side-by-sides. The Motor Shop also has sharpening service. So bring in your knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and other circular saw blades. If it has a motor, gas or electric, simple. The Motor Shop.
Hi, I am Sam Vance, Loan Portfolio Coordinator at Grand Rapids State Bank. As a part of the commercial lending team, I get to help local businesses grow. I do the behind-the-scenes work to make sure that all of the paperwork is in order. I enjoy having a job where I can contribute in a significant way. I really appreciate how the bank supports so many community events and organizations. That is super important to me. Grand Rapids State Bank, this is my community and my bank.
Member FDIC, Grand Rapids State Bank, Equal Housing Lender.
The Timberlake is serving up a new and exciting menu. New dinner entrees, appetizers, and sides, too. Try the walleye alla Ritz. Walleye breaded and baked to perfection. The scallops fettuccine Alfredo. Bay scallops, roasted tomatoes, and garlic and creamy Alfredo sauce. The Timberlake is also serving up a variety of salads, flatbreads, and wraps to fit any appetite. Open Monday through Saturday, 4 to 10 p.m. Kitchen open until 9 p.m. View the full menu at TimberlakeLodgeHotel.com.
A year at S&S Meats in Grand Rapids. Happy New Year.
What a beautiful prime rib.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Honey, you shouldn't have. Look at that New York strip.
For Easter,
Mom, is the ham ready?
Memorial Day.
Pass me some jerky and cheese curds. Let's go fishing.
4th of July.
Throw some more jumbo shrimp on the Barbie.
Labor Day.
Need some more brats here.
Thanksgiving.
Honey, the smoked turkey makes the meal.
Christmas.
Did you get a meat bundle for Dad? He'll love it.
Anytime is a great time to shop S&S Meats. Highway 2 West, Grand Rapids.
Hi, this is Jens Caldwell with the Thunderhawk Hockey Team, and you're listening to the Thunderhawk Hockey on J105 The Thunder.
Culver's post-game interview. Got Gus Drennan and Caden Nelson. And Gus, we'll start with you. First varsity goal. I know you had some assists. Describe it.
Oh, yeah, it was a heck of a feeling. Super pumped on it.
And I know it was a tip shot from the point. Were you watching for that, looking for the tip?
Yeah, I saw Sam get it on the blue, and I went right to the net and just got in front of it.
Now, Caden, you had a couple goals tonight, but I want to talk about the assist on goal 1 because that was a beautiful feed out to Drotz. Describe how that play developed.
Yeah, I got the puck in the corner, and I looked out front, and Garrett's coming in wide open, made a great play, and put it right in the net. So.
Well, and you didn't have a lot of time to move on that, and it felt to me like Duluth East was taking away time and space a little better than they did in game 1.
Yeah, definitely. They put the pressure on, but we were able to handle it, so had a good game.
And I guess compare this game to game 1 against Duluth East, Gus.
I think this one was a heck of a lot better. We were moving way quicker, and we just got things done.
So you're on the schedule where you play only a game a week right now, Caden. How's that going?
Yeah, we're working on our legs in practice and getting in shape, and it just makes it that much better when you only have one game a week. So.
Well, I know Coach said against Minnetonka, he said it looked like the legs were pretty heavy by the third period. Did the legs feel a lot better tonight?
Yep, definitely. We had been working on the conditioning a lot, so that really helped.
So you're still stuck on this schedule for a little bit yet, right?
Yep, that's fine. It's all right.
You don't mind that?
Nope, don't mind that. Get better practice.
And I know you're playing a lot of friends out there. Weird feeling or not?
No, not too bad. Good to see him again and good to play against him. Super fun. So.
Well, good win tonight, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is our Culver's post-game interview with Caden Nelson and Gus Drennan. The flavor of the day at Culver's is a Snickers swirl. I had one of those last week. It was good. Chocolate and vanilla, fresh frozen custard swirled together with chewy pieces of Snickers. And you can't go wrong with a Snickers bar and ice cream.
No, I might swing in and grab one on the way home.
I had one last week. It's worth it. As Grand Rapids a 6-2 win, and everyone, this is a group of very nice kids on this team. On this Grand Rapids team.
Yeah,
you know, they're fun to be around. They're fun to talk with, but you won't find a nicer guy than Caden Nelson.
No, that's for sure. He's as good as they come, and hats off to his parents for bringing him up the way they have.
No question. And Grand Rapids gets a 6-2 win, and they will next be in action. They have 2 away games in games that look very winnable. You got to go out and win them on the 11th. So that's, I believe, next Tuesday, right? The 11th and then the 18th, which is the next Tuesday against Cloquet. So at Superior, at Cloquet, and then we start the home stretch because it is a lot of home games, and starting with a great one against the Moorhead Spuds on the 21st.
Yeah, and I think next week, I think the focus has to be is getting out with wins, obviously, but also getting out healthy, and I think that's a big thing. And one thing that the dreary January blues are going to strike at some point, and if I'm Wade, or if I'm him, I'm hoping they kind of start soon, because you want to be peaking at the right time. You certainly don't want to be peaking in at the end of January or early February, and I think the way their schedule is designed, it's designed to potentially have those blues that 2-week January time.
You're saying right now.
Yeah.
You're saying right now, next couple weeks.
I'm saying let's get through next week, and then it's time to battle through it and struggle through it and have adversity and pull out of it, and then as you come into the last week of January, you're working out, and then that usually gives you the best opportunity entering in the playoffs. I truly believe there's something to that.
6-2, Grand Rapids takes down Duluth East this evening. It was also a 6-2 game over at the Hibbing Arena as Hibbing takes down the Greenway Raiders in the game on KMFY. Tomorrow night, we have GRG Lightning Hockey versus the Northern Tier Stars from the Isanti Arena. I've never been in the Isanti Arena, but I've been told there's a press box. That's all I know.
I didn't even know that there was a rink in Isanti.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ride the team bus, so I know I'll get there.
My dog is from Isanti.
That wraps it up from the IRA Civic Center. Thanks so much, Grant. Because life takes over, not sure if we're going to do this anymore this year, but we look forward to the next time whenever it happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity. It's always fun to do this and watch the games and see them from this perspective.
6-2 Grand Rapids is your final score, and that wraps it up from the IRA Civic Center. You've been listening to it on J105 The Thunder and J105 Radio.